ask Will Ferrell and them, bro. They don't go for that jive turkey shit. Fuck around and get popped over that shit.
I ain't gonna lie, motherfucker call me a job turkey. I might gotta do him something too. Like, fuck wrong with him.
What you gonna do?
Shit, I don't know. Probably stabby stab.
You gotta pull out a 2-shot Dillinger, bro. Shoot that motherfucker in the kneecap.
I'm finna take my right glove off and slap him in the face with my glove, bro.
What if they glove more solid than yours? I seen a motherfucker. I don't even know what the movie was. He got slapped with a glove. That nigga pulled out a fucking gauntlet and slapped somebody with it.
Look, Slim, me.
I'm the one that put the comment on the screen, KT.
See it though?
Yo, you sounded aggravated.
She started early, boy. With this dumb
Yo,
shit.
that nigga Slim was like, I was the one that put it on the screen, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, KT tripping.
You see it though, Slim?
That nigga Slim don't like stupid questions.
Hey.
This episode
Hey.
pissed him off.
Hey.
All right, sugar.
Hey.
Touch me.
Look me.
What's down with it, Mia? What's good, man? We back with another episode of the Real Rap Coalition podcast, man. Today we came to bring y'all episode 4 of Quiet on Set.
The finale.
Yeah, they got a 5th episode. But before we get into that,
You
let's
lying?
go. They
That
got
shit
a
ain't
5th
real.
episode.
Say something real.
They got a 5th episode. So before we get into that, man, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. My name is Showtime Slim. Who else we got?
Black ass motherfucking roots. I'm not on CP time today.
Y'all see the name, man. Free Palestine.
They don't see your name though.
No, but they see it.
Niggas
Oh yeah, let me get this stupid ass layup off of here, bro. There we go. Much better.
Now you can see the word quiet on and an S.
Shout out King, man, for pulling
I
up.
don't see.
EBL, man, exclusive battle league, man. Y'all go follow them too.
Hey, Roots, that shit just say the dark side of kids. It might just be about how kids can be assholes.
Hey, kids can't be assholes, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
That was a real
I was
lesson
not
I learned across the way.
kids getting arrested for some fuck shit.
Yeah, they got a video that I was well, I skipped over it. Yes, I did click on it just to see like what type of shit it was, but it was some shit like the top 10 I don't know what it was, but it was some
Like
kids
unruly
they got.
teens or some shit.
Yeah, but they was in jail. It said they was gonna rot in jail and shit. So I don't know what the fuck they did.
Kid
That's
rotting
a
in jail
wild
is
accusation
crazy.
to put upon somebody, man. I ain't gonna
Hey,
lie.
look, if they gonna rot in jail, they gonna rot in jail, bro. They
Yeah,
got
it's like
stand
top
on that,
10
what they did.
top 10 something that kids doing, and now they were gonna rot in jail. I don't know what the fuck it was. Some shit. Some shit, bro. we might have to watch that video.
Yeah, we might have to
since
spend.
I brought it up.
Might have to spend that. God damn.
Yeah, I gotta find out what the fuck they did to rot in jail. But we got Quiet on Set again, man. They do have an episode 5. I want to react to that too.
Also,
Apparently-
real quick, thank y'all for getting us to 1K views on episode 2. Was that or 3?
It's actually at 1.1 now, Roots.
Hey, 1.1K views, man. We appreciate it, man. We
Facts.
definitely appreciate it. Y'all keep hitting that like button. Y'all keep subscribing. Y'all keep commenting, man. Like,
He
we
forgot the
appreciate y'all.
word.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I've
Like
been drinking.
Man,
I've been drinking for an hour already.
you know, liking the video, man. Keep calm. You know. That's
Keep
what it
calm.
sound
You
like
don't
you was
act
gonna
like
say.
this when you're
Hey,
not drunk.
stay patient and wait for that motherfucking translation.
He different when he drunk. Pause. That's what you're saying,
Hell yeah.
KJ?
He don't be
Okay.
talking like this when you're not drunk, Slim.
All right, man. So
That was to me something.
I didn't hear what he said.
it doesn't matter. It's not important. Let's go with Quiet on Set.
Not important, like local goods.
All right, look. So they started back with Drake again. Like they continued on with the story of him and
Drake Bell?
Brian.
Yeah, with the Brian.
Did y'all see
nigga.
John Doe was in this? I didn't know what happened to him too.
Yeah. I
What?
seen
What are you talking about?
Can't tell you saw it. Bruce ain't see John Doe.
What are you talking about right now?
They had him in court and shit, Slim.
Yeah, it's documented, bro.
Yo, that's fucked up.
It's documented. I'm not making this up, Bruce.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Before we started this podcast,
Mhm.
I was this close. You ain't see my fingers, but I was this close to making my picture a John Doe picture this time, bro. But I didn't because I was like, I don't want to hold my dog. But
We saw you, John. We saw your name. But
I see. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Hey, K Slim, you really think I would? You think I would be involved in that fuck shit, man?
So yeah, we pretty much talked about that last week. Well, not last week, but last episode. That they don't put minors' name and information out there when they write these type of stories and shit.
We talked about this last episode.
Yeah, we mentioned that.
Oh, okay.
So Drake was listed as John Doe instead of being Drake Bell. So
for his own safety and security.
Damn, John, that shit happened to you, bro. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
So Roos, did you want to elaborate? Because I know you've been you was talking about it a lot on the last episode about the 16-month situation. Like, do you know?
No, he wanted to talk about them 41 letters, boy.
That's really what I want to fucking talk about. But that coincides with the 16 months. I think that had a lot to do with why he only got 16 months.
Because of the support letters?
Bro, them motherfuckers was in there going crazy with the cop and please, bro. Crazy with the cop and please. Only under extreme temptations.
I was about to say, boy, they started acting like this kid had just seduced Brian Peck, man.
Nah, that's crazy, bro.
Motherfucker said, man, he I know that for him to get to this point, there had to have been a lot thrown at him. Excuse me? Like,
nah, that's crazy, bro. That's
insane. A little dude.
And you know what's insane? You know what's even more insane? I feel like if he was a female, I feel like they would have threw him under the fucking jail.
Man,
I think it was because it was a boy, and because this was in the early 2000s where that gay shit started being pushed, and like even with this Brian nigga, bro, that was his first cop out. Like, oh, I'm gay, so I can touch on people. No, nigga, that's not what that means.
To be fair, I don't think that was his cop out. I think that's a cop out somebody made for him.
Man, getting a cop out made for you for your homosexuality is crazy.
Hell yeah, that motherfucker was like, hey, man, I don't think you should be touching my kid like that. They said, hey, bro, he just gay. You homophobic? Shit,
but that
immediately gets gaslit that nigga, bro.
But that doesn't make it better. The fact that you're saying he's touching my son and you're saying he's gay, that makes it worse to me.
Yeah, so like,
bro, the only proper response to somebody asking if you're homophobic because a faggot is touching your son is to immediately punch that motherfucker in the mouth.
That just makes no sense. You
must be trying to play with me right now.
But now you just confirmed that he fucks men, and I don't know if it's just men. Like,
well, males.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't know if it's just men. I don't know if it might be boys too.
Nigga, that's males, nigga. It encompasses both.
I think you're arguing with me
it's males. It might be boys
I said
too.
Yeah,
Slim's trying to argue with me for no reason. Like, he just wants to
be
right.
KT, I said males and you just disregarded it, nigga.
I didn't know. Slim, you didn't. You said that because
it's not me this time, folks.
Different.
No, I said males because
the point was that, hey, bro, like, I don't know what age limit this stops at. You were like, well, that's males. Yes, it is. I never argued that. What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
you definitely disregarded it when I said it. And I said,
because I don't give a fuck. It's not.
I was trying to help you, dumbass. Males.
There you go. It's not
men,
me.
It's boys and men.
You hear that, Roots?
It's boys, two men.
He missed Mel. That's what this is. Write another song, goofy.
That nigga, KT, what's wrong with you?
You said you missed.
Nigga told me I miss a male.
Mel.
He said I miss a male.
Probably.
Hey, yeah, we got to start putting your songs on here. God damn it.
Why?
For the intro and the outro.
Copywritten, boy.
That don't even make sense.
Oh shit, damn.
That's cap. Right. I parried it like 50% of them.
Go ahead.
That nigga think he weird out
or something.
What point? What are you talking about?
Shit, I don't fucking know. You were saying something.
Hey man, look. To these 41 fucking creeps, bro. I wouldn't have been surprised if this nigga Drake went on a fucking murderous rampage at some point and started taking out these motherfuckers that wrote these letters, bro.
Hey, hey, Roots, you heard what he said. He said he got up there on the stand and he said, I ain't even talked to Brian. I looked them in the eyes and said, how dare you? Motherfucker. He said, "How?"
Yeah, he said that
dare
to the
you?"
people that were
Bro,
there in
how
the
much of a
courtroom,
piece
but
of shit do you have to feel like for a fucking 15-year-old to talk down on you like that and be right? Like
I
you
mean,
have to be sick of
they had
yourself.
the one joint on the screen from the lady where like that shit is. She was like, "Yeah, like the letter I wrote was
Oh
predicated off
yeah,
of
I was
misinformation, and I
misinformed,
would have never
nigga.
did that again." Like,
that's
What
what I was
what
about to say.
misinformed? You heard that this nigga had sexual relations with a child. What other information do you need?
I mean, allegedly, we don't
I
know what
mean,
she heard.
clearly she thought within her letter she thought that he had been seduced. I guess Brian was like, "Man,
Man, that's crazy,
he
bro.
kept tempting me." Like,
Yeah, maybe Brian went and told her some shit, Roots. Like he lied to that lady.
This kid kept tempting me, man. He just kept.
yeah, like even let me tell you this,
He kept
right?
making
Like even
eyes.
let me
kept
say
making
this, bro.
eyes.
Even if you're right, that does not fix your like. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still illegal, even if a motherfucker like played you. That
Bro,
doesn't
that's
make
No, no,
like
sense.
but yeah,
that
but that's what I'm
that
saying. Like
argument
we
wouldn't
don't
work
know.
if it was you shooting somebody in the fucking face. Oh, they asked to be shot in the face. No, that's not how that works.
All
He
this
was
is
tempting
alleged,
me to
though.
shoot him in his face. What?
We don't know
No, that's
what
not how that works.
exactly she was talking about. The
Oh, we
misinformation.
know.
We
We know
don't.
exactly what.
It's speculative
Oh,
shit.
you
All right,
saying
I'm sorry.
we don't know
I do.
exactly. We don't
What
know
she?
exactly what she was told.
Yeah, we
I
don't know.
Man,
Yeah, you was there, KTL. Of course,
I
you
heard
know.
about it, Slim, through the Hollywood grapevine.
bro, once
Oh, you part of that,
if,
huh?
if you're sitting
Yes,
in
I'm in
this
Hollywood.
courtroom, if you're sitting, and
You be at Beasley House.
I'm pretty sure this. Wow,
Yuck.
I'm pretty sure
But
this was like a
I want to
regular
put
trial.
this out
Hold on,
before you say that,
go
Roots.
go 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 ahead.
Before you say that,
Go
so the letters aren't they aren't directly correlated with the people that was in the courtroom. So
right.
it wasn't necessarily all of those 41 people.
That might
They
be even worse.
said it.
You wrote a letter and didn't even show up. Like,
I'm sure because some of these people are celebrities and they got like influence. So it would make sense how they could write a letter to the judge and not be able to be there too.
let me tell you something, Slim. I, through experiences and shit, a girl that I was with, her cousin, you know what I'm saying, her cousin man's like did like some drunk driving shit or something. So I had to write like a letter, you know what I'm saying, like a letter like this, you know what I'm saying, like to the judge and shit.
Shit.
I know how this process works. So for a motherfucker to like have done this, it is not something that you do off a whim. A motherfucker went out there and probably asked for this bitch to be wrote, and they spent time figuring out how to word this shit. You saw at
Bro,
the top,
one
to
of
the
them was
honorable
actually
judge Slim
handwritten,
Amar.
bro.
Like,
I mean,
you
that
know what
makes
I'm saying?
sense back in the time period that it was in.
Bullshit. They had all types of
They had
email
emails,
devices
Slim.
and shit,
I'm
bro.
gonna be
Like
honest, we used to write shit back then
Jason was
for sure.
emailing back then, Slim.
Yeah, but we was writing
started
shit
with
back
Jason.
then too. Y'all want to act like we wasn't around back then. We was around back then. We was writing.
We was kids.
Yeah, but we was
We
kids.
didn't have,
we didn't
yeah,
have nothing.
We didn't even have
These were
phones and shit
grown
like that.
ass, bro. These were grown ass like
think they
actors
wasn't
with
writing?
money and shit.
You
I think they was
No.
typing, Slim.
Oh,
I think
y'all
they was
crazy.
typing. Not only that, I
Y'all
think that they
crazy
was
as hell.
saying something to an assistant, and the assistant was typing it for them.
Do y'all realize like this is before like you gotta think of the time period where this is before like the iPhone was even like a big.
Bro,
I don't even know if iPhone was out in 2007.
Even if you put,
You don't need
even
no
if you put
iPhone,
this,
bro.
hold on. Even if you
YouTube
put
wasn't
this,
even really shit.
Even if you put this 2 decades prior, typewriters was still a fucking thing.
Yeah,
They
Bruce,
was
but
typing
people
these
were
shit,
writing shit too. We're not gonna act like everybody just was typing on the typewriter, bro.
bro.
People just recently now stopped writing. Like people used to write we came from battle rap. People used to write they battle rap shit down on paper. I know people that was doing that 5 years ago. Like motherfuckers in this society used to write, bro.
This point is moot.
Nah, that's a fact.
I'm just saying, like niggas
these
used to write, bro. That's it.
Went out of their fucking way to cop pleas for this nigga, bro.
They was friends with him. Like it makes sense. Just like KTL partner.
If I find out my friend is entangled in some shit like this, I don't give a fuck.
It's the same shit. But look, it's the same shit with Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher just did with Buddy that was on That 70 Show. They wrote a letter to the judge, and people was pissed.
That shit ain't work for him neither. He got it way worse than
what you mean neither. It worked.
Yeah, but didn't he do some crazy shit?
I mean, he was
I don't know about crazy. Was it
What do you
rape?
mean
I
you
thought,
don't know about
I
crazy?
think it
He
was,
raped a
Bruce.
bunch
I
of women.
thought it was just like he like.
He
kissed.
said he do nothing crazy.
Yeah, like he raped a bunch of women, bro.
KT,
I said I don't know about
Hey,
crazy.
that
I
nigga Bruce
don't. I
said on
don't
a
know
scale
like the full
on a
ins
scale
and
of
outs
1 to
of that
10,
fucking
KT. I don't know. It
case
might
and
be
shit.
Hey, Slim, he said that shit ain't that bad, man. Look what Brian did.
Listen,
Like,
bro.
at least it wasn't a kid.
Listen, bro. Y'all narrative painting, bro. I did not pay that much attention to that fucking case. That's what I'm saying.
About you.
You know, after I think about it, I don't even think it was that bad what he did. He shouldn't have got locked up.
Talk about the 41 letters, Roots. Get on their ass. You've been waiting 3 episodes for it.
I'm about to start on Slim, bro. I'm gonna say
Pause.
2 words and it's gonna.
What?
I'm gonna say 3
Hey.
words and this nigga gonna get upset, bro.
Uh-oh.
How about this? Fuck you and say what you want, bitch ass nigga. Now try
Animals and kids.
me. Ooh. Words. Ooh.
What does that mean,
What
Roots?
the fuck you talking
You know
about?
what that means, KTL. If you want me to elaborate, he gonna keep running his fucking mouth.
Elaborate, you bitch ass nigga.
You watch kids at the park, bitch ass nigga. How about that? You want me to elaborate?
God.
Now I'm elaborating. You watch
Is
children
that
at the
true?
park. You go walking with a fucking pair of binoculars and shit, and sit on the bench with a trench coat and some shorts on, and watch kids at the park. Fuck,
Your
nigga.
faggot ass just
Is that
imagine me
true?
in a trench coat and
I
short
didn't
shorts looking
imagine
at
shit,
kids at a
nigga.
park.
You was
Hey,
on
Slim, is
Discord
that
doing
true?
this
Are you
loose ass
stupid?
shit. You fucking weirdo.
You the weirdo that just created a narrative,
What he
a
just said,
story,
Slim?
Shit.
a fantasy story about me in a trench coat like a detective, wearing some short shorts like a
your
bitch.
Your collar was popping.
Yeah,
you had
you
a
a
fucking,
faggot.
a tilted
One
hat
thing about
on.
you, Roots, you a faggot.
You
And
had
another
a
thing
tilted
about
hat,
you
a collar popped, and
is
you
you a
had
bitch ass nigga.
shorts on with a trench coat. Fuck out of here.
You're
What
gay
I'm
and a
having
bitch.
trouble following which part.
You
is
Brian
true.
Peck. You a bitch and you
Some
gay.
binoculars.
You a Brian Peck ass nigga.
Binoculars.
That
Brian Peck.
PAN. Pan.
And why did you sit on this podcast and tell Art he was the horse dick nigga?
Binoculars, nigga.
You just said monoculars. Why you call that man horse dick?
Because he was trying not to laugh.
He was trying to holler at him. I know what he was trying to do.
No,
He
I'm talking about
complimented the
just
nigga.
now.
He complimented the nigga. He sat on here on the podcast and told that nigga he got a horse dick. You fucking faggot. Why did you tell him he had a horse dick?
French tote.
Why did he keep saying shit? That's what, he said cringe tote.
Nigga had a scope on the kids.
Why did you
on the kids?
Nigga had a scope on the kids, bro.
Slim, these are very serious allegations. I just hope you know.
Ooh.
Fuck out of here, Park Walker.
Now let's talk about something that's actually true. He called the nigga a horse dick nigga.
Damn.
This nigga said he watched kids and animals, bro. Like intently, like closely.
I'm having trouble finding where the truth ends and the lies begin here.
Oh, we know it's documented that he said a nigga had a horse dick.
I got witnesses to what I'm saying.
What your proof?
Witnesses, nigga.
Where the picture at with me in a trench coat with some short shorts on?
Don't worry. I'm gonna get some niggas to write some letters.
But you know what I got?
I'm gonna get some niggas to write some letters.
You know I don't need no letters. You know what I got? I don't need no letters. You know what I got?
Letters,
I don't need no letters. You know what I got?
Type them
audio evidence.
No more, like you said.
Audio
we
evidence.
Gonna get some letters, nigga. Fuck you
audio lock Roots ass up with Brian Peck.
Letters.
Lock them both the fuck up.
Letters, nigga. We send them to
Brian
the
Peck is out walking free. He did 16 months.
That nigga should have got beat the fuck up in prison every day that he was there.
And Art should have beat you the fuck up for giving him that compliment. Man.
Nobody.
You didn't know what you wanted to say.
I didn't want to say it.
Nobody.
He gave him a compliment
on this fucking podcast.
Yes, you did.
Ever gonna lay a hand on me? I don't even know what the fuck you talking about.
We're
talking about Brian Peck.
That's because you don't see none of these niggas in real life. That's because you don't see none of these niggas in real life.
Yeah, all right, bro.
But he talking like he untouchable. What are you talking about?
I'm a made man, Slim.
So stupid ass up.
Made man like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Now let's get back to the episode, KTL. Redirect.
Was that fire?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think it was all right.
Oh man, I just thought
before you give you a compliment, KTL. Come on now.
But yeah.
Keep talking if you want.
You know, there was 41 letters, you know, people with victim blaming and a whole bunch of other shit. But they really didn't spend too much time talking about Brian this episode. You know what I'm saying? They were going back to talking about Dan.
Real quick before you move on to that, this nigga Drake Bell was pressing niggas lines on Twitter after these episodes came out and shit, because that nigga was it Sean and Eric from Boy Meets World? They got a podcast or some shit, and they was talking like, oh, we didn't know and all this other shit, and the nigga went and pressed that shit. You pressed that shit on like Twitter or some shit like that. It was like y'all were like fully in the know that a 40-year-old man sexually assaulted a teenager, and y'all wrote letters for him.
Yeah, I was gonna say they said one of the niggas wrote letters.
Right? No, both of them. So Eric Matthews, I don't remember his real name, but
that's
the nigga Sean
from Saw.
Oh yeah, he was in Saw too. So and then Sean, which his name is Ryder Strong. I remember him. I remember his name.
What a name.
He wrote a letter as well. And both, like I said, both of them niggas got a podcast together, and they was talking about this shit, and they was copping pleas. And nigga went and Drake went and pressed the nigga about that shit.
Why everything with Roos is some men getting freaky, bro? He's crazy. Every time.
Then some fans and shit of the podcast they on was trying to cop pleas from him, like, oh, they was young, they didn't know. That nigga Drake said that motherfucker was 24 and 27
before, and that excuse don't fly for any other scenario. So
listen, bro, that nigga Drake said they was 24 and 27. They was full grown adults when they wrote these motherfucking letters. Nigga went pressing shit. Like I said, I shout outs to him for not losing his mind and fucking committing murder and shit, bro. Because I don't know.
Also, within this shit, I guess we could talk about this before we get into the Dan shit. A motherfucker like addressed, all the allegations and things of that nature involving him from a couple years ago.
Did he address all of them? Because
I don't know about all
very
of them.
lightly.
They brought the shit up, and he was like, "There's so much misinformation and this and that." He said I was cooked.
He's starting to sound like Dan.
So wait. So Drake, he was convicted of.
I don't think he was convicted.
He was convicted of child endangerment. Child endangerment was his charge.
Yeah, but it was for sending.
It was for text
messages
involving a child.
Apparently, child endangerment like covers like a lot of different things. And
so he never did nothing.
He never did anything.
I don't think he fucked.
He never did anything. He was never charged with doing anything
at all, bro. Not just that.
He was never charged with doing anything.
I think that was like what people thought. I don't think they thought a whole bunch of other shit.
Well, a lot of people just assumed that shit based off of the allegations in the first place.
Yeah, so when that case came out, I wasn't really paying attention to that case as much. So I didn't really know the details.
And dude from that 70s show, I forget what his fucking name is. This shit was around the same fucking time.
Well, I can't tell you how you supposed to perceive the world, but I do think it's kind of crazy that you I wasn't really paying too much attention to this shit, but you was all there for the Amanda Bynes bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he knew about all them.
You was on the internet smoking a bitch because she was on making drug tweets.
So in 2014 and 2015, I was extremely active on Twitter. I mean, I think both of y'all follow me on Twitter right now. Like, I really don't tweet unless I'm like talking about sports or something.
This was everywhere.
So the problem is in 2014, 2015, I was extremely active on Twitter. As of 2023, I wasn't really that much on internet shit except this podcast, I think. And
I think this was in 2021.
This was in 21.
Whenever the fuck it was, I wasn't. Same with the Johnny Depp shit. Like, I wasn't really looking into those cases.
Following that shit?
You was talking to me about it, Slim.
Yeah, like 2 years after it happened. Like, I just found out about it like last year. Like, I found out.
Well, they just concluded it last year.
Yeah, like the whole time it was going. So the thing with me is I don't really get into these like celebrity things, especially like the court cases and shit like that. So obviously you can't avoid seeing or hearing that it's happening, but I never really know the details about the shit because I don't pay attention to those things. So,
which is what we should do unless we're trying to make content. Us, I don't want to say lowly, but like motherfuckers that's not rich, this shit don't like affect niggas, bro.
So Slim, when motherfuckers was making battle rap bars talking about like shit to bed like Amber Heard.
Hey, lights out television say niggas sound like a liar. I don't know who he talking about, but he pressing that shit.
What you thought they was talking about, Slim?
I don't even remember that, KTL.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know who Amber. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even know who she was. I found out.
I knew who the fuck she was.
I've never seen Aquaman.
Don't nobody watch no fucking DC movies. Not
we
new
do watch
ones.
DC movies.
We
Yeah, he's
covered Blue
crazy.
Beetle on the podcast.
Me and Roots covered The Flash.
And it was terrible.
You just said we don't watch them. We watch Suicide Squad too, bro.
Suicide Squad was good. And it had a bad
That's
bitch.
not what you said, bro.
Listen,
Speaking of
bro.
a bad bitch, that same bad bitch is on the podcast this Friday. Pull up.
Facts. Pull up. We watching Focus.
Margot
We're reviewing
Robbie,
that whole
man.
Friday.
But yeah,
But,
so I don't know. Like, I don't know how y'all feel. You know what I'm saying? Like about Drake, addressing
Will
like,
Smith
what
looked
happened. 'Cause,
disgusted.
like,
That's what he looked like.
What?
He looked disgusted with it. That's how he feel.
I think this nigga Drake, like, all right, bro. And it was a lot of it going around on this episode. It's a whole lot of self-pity that these motherfuckers be like copping to, bro. Like, oh, being on all that or being on a Amanda show and experiencing this abuse really caused me to fight with my demons.
Yeah, that
as
was
an
some
adult.
bitch
And
ass shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I caught DUIs because of the demons and the trauma that I experienced. And I never really had that much confidence. And when I got kicked off this show, it destroyed my confidence even more. Now, I can understand that as a child. I can understand having trauma affect you in your adult years. But also, you got to throw some accountability in there, bro. You jumped behind the wheel of a fucking car intoxicated and you got arrested because you could have did some fuck shit and into somebody's life.
Well,
So if motherfuckers throw that in, if motherfuckers throw the accountability in there too, I'm okay with motherfuckers saying that they dealing with trauma and shit like that. But don't just cop to that, bro.
Well,
Also, these fucking bitches, and I said this before, I mentioned this before, these bitch ass parents are using this as a platform to talk about how taking advantage of their child was, guess what? Bitch ass nigga, it's your fault.
It was
You
definitely
sold
a
your
lot
kid
of
and you let
KT,
somebody,
let me
take advantage of your fucking kid.
let me ask Roots a question, KT, in
goddamn,
response to that.
son.
Because I don't want to get
Man, I
off
done
what
tried
he
to talk
just
3
said.
times and you just pulled up and said, "Hey, get out the way, bitch."
Yeah, because I want to
Go
directly
ahead,
respond
buddy.
to what he said.
Go ahead, Hat Man.
So you just made the point about the accountability and like you got behind the wheel with DUI and everything.
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
What you think I was gonna say?
Shit. All right, I'll watch. If I'm right, I'll tell you.
No, put it out there. So, because I don't think
no, because I'm probably I might be wrong. It sounds like, but
that doesn't matter. Anyways, I just talk. So, earlier in the podcast, you said that you wouldn't be surprised or you're shocked that Drake didn't like go on a murder spree with these 41 individuals.
Yeah.
So you're saying that based off what happened to him as a kid and seeing these people like write these letters and support Brian. So you're saying that you're surprised he doesn't have this like trauma or resentment or anything towards people based off what happened back then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but on the other hand, you're saying these other people who had negative experiences, the fact that if they did something as in like get behind a car intoxicated, you're saying nah, you still like a piece of shit, like you shouldn't, like it's almost like you're not equating the two situations. Like both of them stem from childhood like fuckery, but you're kind of saying for Drake, I'm surprised he didn't go kill a bunch of people, but these other people that got behind the wheel drunk, like no, take accountability for that.
So this is the thing in which accountability still applies in the scenario that I brought up of
I agree.
Somebody going on a serial murderous rampage.
I agree.
And if in the interview or the trial of this situation happening and Drake Bell's on the stand, he said, "Yeah, I did it. These motherfuckers went and supported the motherfucker that raped me for however many years." I'm like, you know what? I appreciate your accountability, sir. You're still a horrible fucking person because you went and took a bunch of people off this fucking earth, but you stood on it.
Yeah, some people don't deserve to be on this.
I think go back to these other niggas with this, all this. Oh, I deal with alcoholism, and this caused me to make these decisions as an adult. Stand on that shit. Yes, mention your trauma. Yes, work through your trauma, but stand on your fucking decisions.
I understand.
The problem that I saw,
shout out Mila,
through this shit is like my thought process was like, I'm sitting there looking like, man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like after seeing some shit like this. I just feel like nobody should be famous. You know what I'm saying? But like, I guarantee if you presented that as an option, it's a lot of people that would still go out there and try to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't give a fuck about this shit until afterwards, and they want to, you know what I'm saying, bitch about it and shit.
But KTL,
But
so not everybody goes through these situations, you know.
that's what I'm
Obviously,
saying. Like,
right?
but
Yeah.
it seemed like everybody got a story.
I'll say this though. I did. So I watched like a little, maybe 2-minute clip they did with Kenan Thompson. I seen it the other day, and also I looked up the Amanda Bynes shit today, and so Kenan pretty much said like, you know, they wanted him to comment on the documentary. He said he couldn't comment on it because all the shit that they talking about with Dan and Amanda and Dre, he said all that shit happened like pretty much after he left, so he doesn't have any experience like that to speak on this situation.
And I appreciate that instead of trying to take a check and make some bullshit up or go along with the story.
And I also read like earlier today, because I looked at the Amanda shit when they said why she, I don't know if they said that on here or if I just went to go look, but she didn't agree to be on this either, because the way she said it is like she didn't really see like these type of experiences either in her eyes. Like she pretty much didn't look at it like that way. Like her experiences weren't negative, pretty much.
Which makes me wonder how much of this. So the girl that was supposedly like the youngest girl on the set for Zoe 101, because they mentioned her. She had a few words to say. She didn't have a whole lot of descriptive shit to say. It sounded like she was regurgitating a lot of shit and just putting feeling behind it. At 12 years old, what do you really see? Like at 12 years old, your mind hasn't developed enough to be able to process certain shit that you see.
That's true, but you can still feel away.
Yes, of course.
You can be uncomfortable.
You can definitely still feel away, and you can definitely be uncomfortable. However, sometimes a lot of that shit is just, I don't want to say revisionist history, but a lot of the times we remember shit differently. Like, I'm pretty sure every single one of us can go through a story that happened like when we was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old. And it's missing a lot of context. And if you go and ask your parents about that same situation, there's a whole lot of context that's missing, because your mind isn't developed enough at that stage in your life to be able to recall everything in order to make sense of it. So then you get, you go through life more and more and more, and this memory starts to develop into something else that might not be true.
Yeah, you're right. And I would agree with you on the girl from Zoe 101 if it was just like a standalone statement or something. But the fact that it's it's more than one person's account and they all kind of have a common denominator. I
understand that, which is why I'm not saying that's necessarily the case. I'm saying it's that in reverse. I'm saying she might have felt the way about certain things. But to recall it in the way that she did and not be able to talk about a single instance in by itself, realize she didn't have a story about something that happened to her.
I think she
had a story about how she felt.
Yeah. Well, she talked about
on stage or on set.
But I feel like her shit was mostly talking about like what they made her wear and shit like that. That's when they brought the wardrobe.
That was kind of what I didn't understand, was that, like one of her big takeaways was, afterwards I had like these self-image issues and this and that, and I don't really understand. Like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's predicated off of your character's representation, and you were saying that like your character, representation was basically to like be attractive, you know what I'm saying, to the young audience and shit.
And on every fucking TV show that I can remember growing up, there was at least one. Trixie from fucking Fairly Odd Parents was the cool, attractive girl.
Yeah, but that's a cartoon, though.
Yeah,
you're right, but that's a cartoon.
But it's still kids' entertainment.
You're right, but so I do agree with on that side that they're talking about with So what you just said is a cartoon, and that is true that they always have one of those. But when you have, like, let's say a 12, 13-year-old girl, because these kids are minors, and you try to do that and make that the representation of, like,
it's a line. It's a blurred line.
Yeah, because as a creator, I mean, it's like, okay, you're a creator and you want to make something that's good. You want to make something relatable. I don't know in my mind if I want to say, let's make her such and such and such and get her this short pink skirt and do this and that. I don't know if I want to say that in my mind, even as a creator.
Which is fine because it conflicts with your morals and you being an adult. And saying this about a child. And I completely understand that. So how do you approach that?
Well, this is the thing though. So the question is, let's say, like, when you take Jamie Lynn Spears, Victoria Justice was on that show too for a while. Right. So when you take, like, those other characters, they weren't dressed that way because they weren't supposed to be this character that she was. Do you think the show works without that character being that same way? I'll probably say yes.
I think it does. Yes, most definitely.
What you think,
it's just them trying to. We were kids at one point. We're all guys in here. We all saw females that we thought was attractive for whatever reason. And so I think it's just them trying to recreate that. Now, in their efforts to recreate that, there was some risque, I guess the word is, stuff that they like the little clip of the girl said, I like this shirt. This is my favorite shirt. It makes me look testy. That's weird. Why are you writing that for somebody to say, for a child to say?
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, they had the one girl, like, on the show with the scene that they showed. I guess she had, like, an air pump or something. Yeah,
that was, like, they showed that fast as hell, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I don't remember seeing that at all as a kid.
And that's what I'm kind of saying, Roots, because, like, I was a kid when Zoe 101 was on TV. I think they early 2000s. I don't know when exactly. And even though that was her character, I don't think she was the character that, because I was, like you said, I was a teenage boy, so I was looking at the girls too. I don't think she was necessarily the one I was really looking at, more so than I liked Victoria Justice back then too. I know Appa like her now, but I liked Victoria Justice too. And they didn't really dress her up like that. So I don't know if, like, maybe for older people, like, you see things differently. Like, if it's a 20-year-old girl, like, dressed like a certain way, then okay. But then as a kid, I'm not really looking at how she's dressed more so than I like this girl right here. Like, it don't matter what she's wearing.
Right.
That's just me though. I don't know about everybody else.
Now, the motherfucker on this episode that I had, one of the biggest problems with, man, that dumbass old set of hands that I kept seeing, man.
The lady?
That shit.
The wardrobe
lady? She was one of the wardrobe ladies. They turned that shit into they turned the shit into an episode of Gangland. Like, what the fuck is this?
Bitch made herself a meme just because she had a damn story that she wanted to tell. Like, that shit is so.
That's how I know everything she said was true.
She was too scared, I guess.
That shit is lame, bro.
And show her face. Like, what the fuck?
Some people don't want to be identified.
She specifically said, I started addressing this once the Me Too movement came out. And, like, it became okay to start talking about this.
She felt comfortable then.
Well, if it's okay to start talking about it, then go out and talk about it.
So this is the thing, though. Maybe we don't know. Like, it's all speculation. But maybe she's has some position now, or she's working something now, and maybe she just doesn't want to be seen.
Or maybe she did something she ain't had no business back then too, and she hiding some shit.
I mean, whatever the case, like, I don't see nothing wrong with her being anonymous. And I know for when I was talking about the Amanda shit, why she didn't be on it, it also said, like, her parents didn't want to be on it because they wanted to stay unidentified. Which
they show pictures all
I was about to say, we saw her parents.
I know what her dad.
Yeah, I know, but I'm guessing they didn't want to come on the show now. But
yeah,
we seen what they looked like back then.
They did some shit they ain't had no business.
That's a great point.
They sold their fucking daughter, bro.
You're definitely right about that.
Mr. Bonds was real
dad
close
was
and chummy with Dan.
Bro,
when
she's
shit first
online
started.
saying that her dad caught sex offender charges and she can't be in the same room with him no more. Like,
he was one of them.
what are we
They was in
talking about
cahoots.
here, bro?
We know you. We know what you look like. We know the shit you be on.
Roots. Imagine like being like in a studio room with Amanda Bynes' dad, Brian Peck, Jason Handy, and that other nigga that they said.
Disgusting room.
Because it's another one too.
Gross room, bro.
Another one.
Oh, what is his name? Oh, they didn't say it enough for me to remember it. It was some black ass name. Yep, there it is. Ezel, the crackhead name. Brought a kid up there to
I definitely, I thought the same thing. Bro, like that's insane. Like, it's one thing, like a motherfucker is, a diddler of some sort. But for a motherfucker, like, why did you bring them to the
that
lot
nigga thought Nickelodeon was Diddletopia, bro. He felt safe.
That motherfucker say, "Hey, I got another one." They said, "Whoa, another what?" He said, "Wait, isn't this the
this Nickelodeon, ain't it?"
Oh shit! Like,
hey,
motherfuckers is.
What about the motherfuckers that wrote the letter, the Carrells or whatever their names was, and they was like, we'll work with him again.
We were told that it was handled.
They let that boy back on. That all he did was switch networks. He went from Nick to Disney.
He went to the ops. He went to the ops.
It has been resolved. Like, what is resolved mean, bro?
And why he keep ending up on children's shows?
Hey, Slim.
You know why? He's a dialogue coach for kids.
Man, he went over there with a young Zach and Cody.
That nigga's Sonny, bro.
Like, no funny
Brian
shit.
Peck is Sonny, bro.
I would
that
not
nigga switch to the ops.
I would not be surprised if I were to find out that Zach and/or Cody got fucked on. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe
I hope
maybe
not, but I wouldn't be surprised. Brian Peck hanging around there. I bet he probably did it again.
Listen, bro. According to their stories and how they tell it, Zach and Cody ran the fuck out of that set. Like, they did what the fuck they wanted to do.
Yeah,
as they should.
Which, and you know what? That is a very good point. Yes, that I feel like the kids should have.
It ain't no show without me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
exactly, bro. I'm the fucking star here.
To be fair, but look.
So this shit going. To be fair, I'm comfortable.
Nah. To be fair, in most cases, a child cannot run a show. You're a child.
Most definitely, but Zach and Cody have been around since only
in these specific instances where you can't make this shit without.
I think it's because they twins. Like, that's the appeal. Like, they twin kids. Like, you can't find too many of them. Shit, not no good actors like this.
Well, beyond that, like, you know what I'm saying? If like you are the central character of the show, back in the 2000s, they wasn't just switching Terrence Howard with Don Cheadle. You know what I'm saying?
I also don't think this show
TV.
But KT, I don't think this show is as big as it is with just one of them instead of both of the twins.
No, Slim. My point is that, like, I don't think that this show is as big as it is if season 3, all of a sudden, Zach and Cody become 2 Mexican kids.
Well, it would get canceled.
Like, what the fuck? You expect me to forget? Like, what this whole shit is? Hell no, they run that hoe, bro.
Nah, I don't agree with that. I do think they Zach and Cody is a special case because they different. I feel like
Sweet Life of Emmanuel and Hefe might have been a fire ass show.
It probably would have.
But it can't be Sweet Life of Emmanuel and Hefe after being Sweet Life of Zach and Cody the last 2 seasons, bro. I watched this. I was here last week.
I seen Drumline do some bitch ass shit, and
that's Drumline, and that shit flopped.
That shit was
so that's the reason why to not do it.
Let me think of has it ever worked though. I don't know if it's ever worked.
Bro, it's never
boy
worked.
Slim is searching for references.
I
know this worked one time. Come on.
They never switched the main characters and was all right after 3 seasons of having.
You know what they usually do? they'll switch a little side character out and
Yeah.
bring in a new one.
Yeah, but they not.
I think
they not.
they did it with Zoe 1-on-1.
Yeah, they'll write somebody out before they completely change the character, bro.
Like James
know,
Evans,
man.
they got him out of there and brought in a new replacement.
Yeah, but at least they killed him off. Like sometimes they be trying to present you the same character, like it's the same guy. You know,
With
like, no,
my
it's
wife
not.
and kids, that worked.
No, it didn't.
No, it ain't.
Shit, yes,
No,
the
it
fuck it
didn't.
did.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
the
worked.
fuck it did.
Hold on. All right, so boom. In the regards of it
Shit.
working, yes, it worked because the one that they replaced
And
or
Fresh Prince.
used to
Hey,
replace
let me
was
say
way better
this.
than the original.
Let me say
You're right.
this, Slim.
Yeah.
I and my contemporaries was not going for the fact that you tried to tell me that Aunt Viv was always a light-skinned lady.
We still
No, she
watch.
wasn't.
No, you right.
I
She
watched
wasn't
it,
always
bro.
light skinned.
Like
still
I
we
watched
watched
that
it.
shit.
Right
I think
after
they made a
right
joke
after
about it,
dark,
KTL.
You
right
know what I'm
after
saying?
Darker
Yeah, but
Aunt
that's
Viv
my
dropped their
point, Slim.
kid.
They'll try to play in your face about it.
As soon as Nick was born, they got her up out of here, boy. And
Who?
we paid it never the mind. Nick, the kid. Because remember
Nikki?
the last time Nikki,
Mhm.
yeah.
That was a boy.
What?
Yeah.
What are you
Like I
talking
said,
about?
After
said she.
yeah, I said
Aunt
after
Viv.
she dropped the
Aunt Viv.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but
got
that
her
was
up outta
different.
here.
That was different. Her and Will had problems. He
Stop
got her
saying that
fired.
was different, bro. Everything can't be different.
Your hero got her fired, KTL.
Your hero is
Shit,
crazy.
as he should. That bitch was the
He got her
problem.
fired because they didn't like each other.
That
He
bitch
didn't
was
like
the
her.
problem, and everybody else acknowledges it.
Nah, that nigga apologized. I seen
He
it.
definitely
Yeah, because he
apologized.
probably shouldn't have did it, but she shouldn't have been a bitch.
That lady was pregnant and shit too.
Fire.
And
She was
dealing
pregnant
with-
on the
Oh,
shit.
seriously.
She was dealing with an abusive husband.
Yeah.
Hey, Root, she took her role seriously. They said,
And
"You're pregnant
Will
on the
got her
show." She said, "All
blackballed
right,
too,
somebody
KTL.
put life in me."
He got her blackballed from Hollywood. Like she couldn't even do nothing.
Well, that's
Crazy,
not his
boy.
fault.
That was
That's
definitely his
not
fault.
fault.
No, it's not, because like
He
whenever
Will
a
Smith.
motherfucker, like you can get, like I can get you kicked off the show, but I'm not telling everybody not to work with you. People
Oh,
just
bro.
hearing
yes, you
shit.
can.
What?
You're crazy.
Yes, you can.
If you got
I
more
didn't say you
influence than
can't.
me,
I said
Bro.
I'm not.
He's Will
Yeah, but Will
fucking
did.
Smith.
Yeah, he
At
did.
this point,
That's
Yes,
what
he
I'm
had
saying,
already
Root.
dropped
He could have,
Independence
but
Day.
he didn't.
well, before that, Roos, before he even had this show, he was a fucking
He's a
rapper. He was a rapper.
He was a rapper that the white
Successful
people love.
rapper at that. He was successful. People forget. Will Smith
Didn't
was
know
successful.
white people like rappers. Will Smith was the first rapper that white people liked.
That's because he
Of
didn't
course they
curse.
let that shit go.
He didn't curse in none of his
somebody
music.
somebody pissed off Will Smith. Get this bitch out of here. That's exactly what them niggas did. He
As
didn't
it
have
should
to say
be.
nothing.
And they brought in a
Yep.
light-skinned lady, man.
As it should be, bro.
That's so
But
funny.
back to the shit. Back to these letters, bro. Back to these
Back to
fucking
the letters.
I don't understand this shit, bro.
Which letters?
Yes,
Root?
you do.
LGBT?
Roos. You
41
do
of them.
understand.
I
You
don't,
do
bro.
understand.
I
Yes, you
truly
do.
don't.
You
That
do.
was
Tell me
such
how I
a good
understand.
one, man. Fuck y'all.
What is it not to understand?
Time
The
out.
people
Time
was his
out.
friends,
Time out.
and they
time
wrote
out.
letters.
KTL told a joke and we missed it. What was
No,
the joke,
no,
KTL?
fuck it. It ain't gonna
Look,
end
now he
Keep going,
upset.
Bruce.
He
Now
said
he
that was a
upset.
good
No,
one. but I
no,
don't know
go.
what you're
Fuck
talking
y'all. Slim want to argue, not the point. Go let it go. Just go. Boy, Slim
Go ahead,
just want to
KTL.
bring
Let
up points that
let me put
nobody
some-
brings up to argue.
Let me put some theme music behind it, KTL. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead, argue something that nobody's arguing. Slim.
Look at the turkey.
You got the spotlight, bro.
I'm
What's up,
gigging
man?
over on this. So Slim, turn the repeat on.
Why? Go.
Did it again, Ruth.
Look, now you got stage fright. Look at this nigga.
Let's first
I
off.
told you I'm not doing it.
First off,
Like,
let's stop this myth, bro. Ain't no repeat on here, right here. Even when
Yeah,
Roos said he
I
tried
What
to
are
do it
you
before,
All right, bro. Nah, because now you about to piss me off.
Roos, you just agreed with
Get
me
on
a
his
week ago
bitch
that I
ass.
was
He wears a
on my
hat.
phone and it wasn't no repeat on the phone. You agreed with it a week ago, Roos.
You just said it didn't exist at all.
No, I did not. I said there's no repeat on here. That's not
Okay,
saying
so
it don't exist.
you're just referring to it's not on
See,
your
that's
phone.
what y'all do.
Yeah,
I say
you better
one thing.
say that, Slim.
I say one thing and it's on footage and documented that I say it, and y'all say, "Oh, you said this."
No, because you say it
That's
wrong.
ridiculous.
You say it wrong
Motherfucker's
every
gonna
time.
tell
He
me how
said
to
that
fucking
shit.
say
He
some
said
shit.
that shit general
Yeah,
as
he
hell,
said that
KTL,
shit
and then he
knowing
was
how
like,
it sounded.
I
He
said it
said, no, y'all
1,000%.
misunderstood.
"Ain't no
repeat
ain't
on
no
here.
repeat
Ain't
on here,"
nobody
and
really-
I'm
And you
looking at a
agree with me.
repeat.
You see what I'm saying?
You
Yeah,
said
niggas
on
are
here.
dumb. Who else
Had
did
you
the same
said
shit?
ain't
Who
no
else-
repeat
I
on this
didn't.
phone, But had you
I don't
said
gotta
ain't
say
no
all
repeat
that.
on this phone,
I don't gotta say all
I
that.
wouldn't have contested it.
You shouldn't have contested because you agreed with me a week ago.
Look at him. You mad? You upset?
Are you dumb?
My bad, Slim. My bad.
The
That
only thing I'd
motherfucker
be
just
upset
can't be
about is
wrong,
having
man.
a fucking dumbass co-host. Like, I
That
hate
nigga
it.
pissed.
I
That
hate
nigga
dumb
is
co-hosts.
pissed.
I hate dumb co-hosts. Now I'm finna get
Boy, just
pissed.
can't be wrong, man.
I think you already there, bro.
Are you stupid, KTL? What did I say wrong? You
He
just agreed I
crashing.
didn't.
I just told you. I told you what you said wrong.
This the gaslight game, boy. One thing
It
about
ain't
y'all.
gaslighting the motherfucker. It's
One thing
okay
about
to be
y'all,
wrong sometimes.
Your
Slim.
dumbass just
You
told me
said-
that I wasn't wrong.
Okay.
Now you trying to say I was wrong. What are you
I'm
talking
not
about?
Slim. I literally said that you said some shit
Yo, he's
in an
punching
ambiguous
everywhere right
manner.
now.
Knowing
That's
you
not
said some
wrong.
shit in it.
You didn't say I
then
said
you're
it
just gonna-
wrong.
If you want to yell, bro, that's
KTL,
fine.
fall back, bro.
KTL,
Yeah, no, I'm not going.
KTL,
back,
yell
bro.
with you.
KTL, tell me, did I lie? Did I lie
yell
about
with this
anything?
dude.
Did I lie
No,
about
you were
anything,
just
KTL?
you didn't lie. You were just wrong, and it's okay.
KTL, you just
Like-
said you're not gonna argue with him,
Yeah,
bro.
like
Just
I'm not arguing with him.
You
Let
listen
it
to
be,
what he just
bro.
said? He just said I wasn't wrong too. You listen to him?
Yeah,
bro.
you didn't lie. You're just wrong. Like
Let it
KTL,
be,
do they have a
bro.
it
repeat on here?
happens to all of us, bro.
KTL, do they have a repeat on here?
Slim, I can't even see it. I don't have.
No,
the
you just
powers
told me I
y'all
was
got.
wrong. So you got, for some reason, like you know I'm wrong. So you have to be able to have reason to back up why I'm
Well,
wrong.
Well, KTL,
Not you, Roots. Hold on, stay out of
he
this,
just
Roots.
made a point,
Hold on,
though.
no. Stay out of you. I'm talking to the person that said it.
Stay out of me.
Yo.
What?
Look, now you quiet.
Yeah, like what? What the fuck?
That nigga said, no, stay out of you.
Yeah.
51-14. I'm gonna come back because I feel like I said stay out of this.
All right.
51-14.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I promise you didn't. I wouldn't have ever said
Why
that
y'all
yo if you had
echoing?
said that.
Echoing?
What the fuck?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Why are you echoing?
Nah, that's y'all. Who changed something?
Yeah,
Damn,
he
son.
let us know. He don't let us act.
All right, well,
said
kick
it's you,
me.
KT.
Shit.
Did you
Fuck
change
it.
something?
All right, get me out of here. Yeah, shit. I ain't gonna argue.
What did you do?
I didn't do nothing out, but like get rid of me. Like it.
Hold on, yo. Yeah, it's him.
Yo.
It's going. It's him.
I'm. It's 100% me. Get rid of me. Like,
Do you know why?
no, I don't. But the shit fix it. Like,
You even come back. How about that?
nah, because y'all want to kick me for every other first dumbass joke. You can do it now when it matters.
That nigga said somebody kicked him for a joke.
Motherfucker, remove me for some shitty jokes. You better go fix this shit. I know it's a remove button, Slim. May not be a repeat, but it's a remove.
I don't want to
Sit here.
Echo.
Okay, cool. All right, so he can come. He can come back. I had to read and make sure that he'll be able to come back.
You never removed somebody from the stage before?
No, I have. I just it gave you the little prompt or whatever of if you want them to not come back, you should just ban them or whatever. And I wasn't trying to do that. So, but
All right, did you have something else that you was trying to say about the letters?
well, you said I said I don't get it, and you said yeah, you do, and I was waiting on your explanation of why I do.
I said it. I mean, I think you get it. I think you just don't want to accept it. I think you know why.
Of what these niggas is friends and shit, so they're gonna have their friend back, even if their friend back is the back of a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I don't. That's fucking gross, bro. And it's like notable people. And I don't remember. Hold up, KTL back. Hold on.
Put it to your dome, let the lead blow, send your homies to death row.
Oh, yeah, he's straight
I
now.
showed up. It's like I showed up wearing Rhino when I'm promoting the Echo. Fuck is they talking about?
He
You write that when you was
Echo
gone?
Unlimited.
He wrote that while he was gone.
No, I thought about it. Yeah, I thought it out.
Yeah, you wrote
All
that
right,
when you was gone.
How am I gonna write, Slim? I can't write that fast. We just talked about these letters.
Shut up.
All right. Goddamn. I don't know, bro. Like, hold these parents accountable, bro. Do whatever with Dan. He talking about he he ready to reappear in the kid TV scene or whatever the fuck, or at least that's what he said in 2021 or some shit. If y'all don't want him back, then don't allow him to come back. But
We
these
gotta
parents
watch
got to be held accountable, bro. We definitely got to watch the interview. We got to watch the interview. That's gonna be the next part of this shit. But
they have a 5th episode.
Shut up, bitch.
Somebody got to hold these parents accountable for real, bro. And it can be us, but a lot of people not going. Well, I mean, 1,000 people heard it at least, but like,
what?
Yeah, because
he's talking about it on our video, bro.
Oh, okay. I was like, how many people?
I'm pretty sure I mentioned.
Show?
I'm pretty sure I mentioned how shitty.
Only 1,000, bro.
There's no way only 1,000 people watch this shit, and we're 3 of them.
Listen, bro, the crazy shit about this shit is I know for a fact shit like this still fucking happens. And it's gonna continue to happen even after all of this quote unquote
like from the looks of it, like from at least what was shown in here, it looked like Dan didn't fuck no kid. You know what I'm saying? He just like put a lot of kids.
He had a creepy ass mind though.
Yeah, like he put a lot of kids in predicaments they shouldn't have been in, and fostered an environment that was not conducive to the growth of child actors.
And a lot of his things that people have negative to say about him, or they don't talk much about what you said. They mostly talk about like the abuse in like the workplace.
Him being mean spirited and things of that nature. Which
and he always wanted
that is not conducive to efficient work.
You know what I'm saying?
Space.
Like,
hey, they didn't. I wish Jeanette McCurdy was in this shit because she came out a long time ago talking, and they talked about it with her memoir.
You got to go buy her book, bro. You'll learn about it. Buy her book.
She don't talk about it like you. They show like she refers to a quote unquote producer as the creator, but they don't ever go into detail about who that person is.
And that's another thing, bro. Like, stand on it, bro. Say fucking name. Stop being cryptic and shit. If you got an issue with a motherfucker, say their motherfucking name. You was already a full-grown adult. What, they gonna stop you from getting any other acting gigs, bro? They was already considering you for motherfucking She-Hulk and shit. So clearly you got some type of pull and motherfuckers know who you is. Like, bro, stand on that shit.
She-Hulk?
They was considering her for She-Hulk.
Of course, we know who she is. She Jeanette McCurdy.
Exactly, bro. We know who you are. Now, who you got problems with? Who is your say their motherfucking name, bro?
Well, everybody's not like that, Roots, and so that's why I said.
Yeah, that's why. Hey, Roots, this is why you have these nasty, dried out, unmoisturized hands on my screen for 5 to 10 minutes of this episode.
She not like that?
Talking about just some old wrinkled hands, just talking about, yes, I also had a bad experience with Dan. Shut the fuck up.
Well, she was talking about the wardrobe and shit too, and so if it's coming from the wardrobe,
she was the costumer, Slim.
Yeah, she didn't get
but she's going by
you can make the argument. Oh, Dan told her to do this shit, but she still did the shit, man.
No, and yes, I hold her to the same accountability that I hold them 2 female writers that split that motherfucking paycheck.
But the problem is,
I don't think that's as bad, Roots. Like, you know
but y'all like.
Go ahead.
Let's think logically though, bro. Mm-hmm. Like the problem with this is that these people still gotta work. They gotta eat. They gotta make a living, survive. So if he tell her to make,
we're not doing this.
Walmart.
No, you can't do that, bro.
I was about to say we're not doing this, Roots.
You can't do that.
Go.
Hey, look, if them 2 women,
McDonald's, bro.
Listen, bro. If them 2,
bro, like
you don't have to do
gotta work.
KTL Roots. If them 2 women didn't split that money back when he told them, "Hey, this all we got," neither one of them would have been working at all.
They wouldn't have been in Hollywood.
Slim. Tell me.
That's what they are. They're writers, KTL.
Guess what? You can write for a million other things. Go get a job at a newspaper or something.
Slim.
They're not going to pay.
Hold on.
They're not going to pay either. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know them for anything else but being on these episodes of Quiet on Set?
So I don't really know writers and shit like that.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I don't know these behind the scenes motherfuckers. I don't really pay attention to like the what you call it at the end when they show out the name.
Credits.
I don't pay attention to that shit like that.
And I can understand that. I can completely understand that. But they ain't known for much else. If they was that cold of writers, they could have got another motherfucking job as writers.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, let's say like if you got a job and they tell you to do something, most of the time you're gonna do it because it's your job. You're taking orders from your superior. Who pause? I don't want to say superior, but you're taking.
That's not a pause.
Yeah, I
That's,
don't
that's
understand
who they
the
are.
word.
Yeah, I pause myself. I don't want to. I ain't got no superior, nigga. From your
What?
manager.
All
I
right, man.
exist.
All right.
That's a racist joke, KTO.
How is that racist?
Nah, he just.
You
he
think you
just saying-
superior because I'm black and you
I was
white?
about to say, Slim, like, do you believe that it's only white people that can be better than you?
No. I think you saying that because you white. You saying you my superior.
Here's what I'm telling you, Slim, is I've told Big Red the same thing.
Yeah, that's because you think you the dominant white man on the
I'm
podcast.
the dominant species of this earth. I am him. You hear me?
What?
Oh,
Anyways, Roots, back to you. So
Back to me.
yeah, KTL is
back to
stupid.
Roots, now back to Roots, now back to Roots.
So yeah, I just feel like if you got a job, most of the time people that's working jobs are listening to their boss. They're taking orders. They're doing what the boss says. So
Yeah.
if it comes, it's like I don't know how long this lady was working as a costume. Like maybe she was working with multiple shows because a lot of these people within this Nickelodeon shit we see they were doing things for multiple shows because Dan had multiple shows. So if she was doing this costume shit and all of a sudden somebody tell her, okay, go make a mini skirt for this with a short top or some shit like that, I don't think she just gonna like quit her job because she don't feel like it's right to
All
make
right.
no mini skirt.
Okay, cool. Understood. Slim. In your job, your occupation right now,
Yeah.
you work with audio equipment, correct?
Right.
The people that is using these audio equipment that's on the mic talking and shit, is there any black people there that's speaking?
Not that work directly with me, but they do have
No,
some
I
black
mean
people.
of the show that is being produced, the motherfuckers that's speaking regularly. Is there any black?
Do any black people?
Okay, boom. Never mind. Let's say it's a guest that's on the show that you are a part of the production team for.
Okay.
And your boss says, I want you to cut this motherfucker's mic every other sentence because I don't like him because he's black. Are you doing it?
Because I don't like him because he's black.
That is
he's gonna say.
Yes. Your boss is telling you, I
probably
don't like him because he's black, so I want you to cut his mic every other sentence.
No, so in that situation, me personally, I probably would leave. But,
Exactly.
But that I don't think that's the same thing as
It's because at the root of it, it's because you were not comfortable with executing whatever.
But you just brought up a race
was
issue.
brought in
Though. I think that's different.
Yes, it's race, but it's tied to your morals. Morally, you feel that like that is not okay. This lady, this wardrobe lady, felt that it was morally unsound to be making short skirts and fucking bikinis and two pieces for 13 and 14-year-olds. Yet and still she stayed and made two pieces of bikinis for 14-year-olds.
Nah,
I don't want to hear that.
The reason I don't think that's the same is because what you just told me as a black man is that if somebody says I don't like this person because he's black, so I want you to do this, I'm not gonna do it. However, let's say I'm on the set of Zoe 101.
Hold on. Let's make. I'm gonna make it even more equal. Then
No.
She's a woman. She's a woman making wardrobe for females.
That's
on
not
whatever plane that you put it on.
But that's not what I'm saying.
Uncomfortable with what she was being told to do, and she did it fucking anyway.
That's not what I'm saying, Roots. What I'm saying is you brought up somebody saying that I don't like this person because he's black, so I want you to do this thing because he is black. So me as a black person, I'm not okay with that. I don't agree with that, so I'm not going to work for that person, brother. But hold on, let me get to the next part.
Go ahead.
If I was a cameraman on Zoe 101 right now, if that's an issue that's going on, and you ask me that, I'm not finna I don't think I'm just gonna quit my job because they put these outfits out there for the girl to wear.
You making it about a whole nother position, brother. Like we're not talking about the cameraman. We're talking about
even if I was
clothes on the teenagers.
No, what I'm telling you is that it's an entirely different issue. If they were like, okay, I want you to make them wear this because they're black, that's something different. That's what you said about the audio thing. But this is not a race issue here. The issue is that it's a child. Okay, so I get that, but at the same time, while they might not have, they probably didn't need to put those clothes on the child to make it a good show or make people watch. It's not like they got the girl out there in some crazy exposing
Of
shit.
course, we're not
So
talking about
I think
that.
it's levels.
We're
though.
talking, of course, it's levels.
Yeah.
But the main focus is, and the main point is, you were morally uncomfortable with your job and what you had, the task that you had to do on your job, and you stayed there and did it anyway.
My problem is that often
yeah,
with these
I don't-
like kind of
I don't-
situations, like greed overrides morals.
Yep.
And like motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Because like
I don't
I don't think
agree
this
with
is
you.
the same situation as like when we talked about, a mother not speaking out about like something that happened to her child. I don't think this is the same as that. I think that this is something that you like have your stance on, and I don't think that this, particularly changes that much, right? But my point being more so like regardless of all of that is that if you have something that you feel uncomfortable doing and yet you're like, oh, but I need money. I understand that you need money to leave, but if you have to go from a $50,000 job a year to a $30,000 job a year, and that does not equate to you being homeless or your lights being cut off or your
That's what I'm
family,
saying.
whatever,
You don't know
like,
though.
no, but what I'm saying, no, Slim, because like in these type of industry, like right,
Nah.
so let me tell you something, Slim. Motherfuckers that I know, make let's say $1,500 to $2,000 a month, like on the higher end of things, right? And they're still able to have a house and things like
Function as an
it's
adult.
difficult, it's a struggle, but it exists. If you like the problem is that motherfuckers acclimate themselves and get accustomed to a certain type of lifestyle. You go get this $160,000 house in Beverly Hills, you know what I'm saying? You
Bro,
have this $50,000 car that you
it's
pay,
yeah, that's
in
all
excess.
speculation though.
Slim, I'm saying that you could, if you want to, you can live off of a McDonald's salary.
This is the problem though. When you're
Regardless
talking
of
about
that's not speculation. It exists.
KTL.
I've done it.
So in terms of Hollywood, California, you're not gonna live. You're below poverty if you're working on a McDonald's salary. We're talking about California first off. They were in Los Angeles and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you're below the poverty line,
Yeah,
like massively if you're making a McDonald's salary.
uh-huh.
And if you talk about a costume designer, which is on the lower end of the hierarchy in like terms of like the whole business that you're talking about,
Lower
I'm
end
sure
of
she
show
wasn't.
business, that equivalents to maybe a store manager of or maybe even a regional store manager of a fucking franchise grocery store, bro.
No, I don't agree with that.
Well, and then like this all goes back to like Luno made the statement.
Y'all know the writers. Yeah, the writers was just on strike and shit. Like in 2020, what?
Yeah, because they had a problem with something and they stood on some shit. They said, "I'm not finna do this shit."
But that's not the point I'm making. But you see how long it took to get there? That's not the point I'm making. The point is like we're talking about the year that we're in.
To develop a fucking backbone for themselves.
But look though, the year that we're in right now, the writers just got off strike. So we're talking about 15 to 20 years earlier, when I'm sure they're making more money now than they were making back then. So I don't want to just say that these because you equated it to greed, and I don't necessarily just mean like greed, because let's just say the example that you gave, let's say you got a $50,000 job and you're saying, look, if you can't cut to 30,000 and keep your morals, but what if their basic necessities to survive equal up to 40,000?
Someone made a point, and it's always kind of stuck with me. And it said, if you are not willing to struggle, for a period of time in order to be successful, that you don't want it bad enough. Now, I take that and I translate, I transition it over here, equate it to, if something that you feel strongly about is not worth you know, going through some difficulties in order to preserve your
It must
principle or
not
your morals.
mean that
It is
much
not,
to you.
yeah, like it's not that important. Like I say, Luno talked about, like, you know, when they like argue shit in like philosophy, you know, class and shit like that, where they'll begin presenting, you know, outlandish things to see if you are a moral person or a practical person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, therefore, like, if there is something that exists where you will, like, you know, where your line is, where your morals don't mean that much, you know, I there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has that, in my opinion, damn near. But you should be able to identify that by your, like, about yourself. And I don't think you get to stand on the soapbox.
Yeah, I don't agree with you at all, bro. Because what I do agree with is that what you said about the point about if you're not willing to struggle you know, to get to where you want to get to, then you don't want it bad enough. Okay, I agree to that to a certain extent, but it's not just a cut and dry situation, because there are a bunch of variables that come into play when you talk about people and their lives, and we don't know what's going on in people's lives. Because let's say me me struggling as a single man with no kids would be different than Art having to struggle as a married man with 4 kids or however many he has. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's just cut and dry where, you know,
We
I might be
understand
able to
that
survive
everybody
in certain,
struggle. Go ahead,
yeah,
go ahead,
it's different. That's what I'm saying. I might be able to survive in certain situations and be able to sacrifice and go without, whereas a person that has a wife and 4 kids, he can't make that same sacrifice that I can make, because he still has to put a roof over his family head, make sure food is on the table for. I don't think it's cut and dry.
Okay, so then take that accountability of, I felt like the check that I was getting was worth me carrying out these so-called heinous acts that I'm speaking
Exactly.
of
But you
putting
still can
these
be
foolish
You
uncomfortable
have
women
with
to
it.
through.
stand on business, bro.
So
We
then say
listen,
I'm uncomfortable with what. Hold on. Before you say that, so then say I'm uncomfortable with what I did and what they did, not just I was uncomfortable with what they did.
They did, yeah.
Or what I had to do, like what they were telling me to do.
No, because
That's
that
not a
feels
problem.
like a cop out as well. Because that
It
feels
definitely
as though,
still feels like
That's
a
not a
cop out,
problem.
but
yeah.
it's less of a cop out than they told me to do this.
It's not a problem,
I
bro.
don't know, Roots. My problem is like the idea that like I had no other alternative. There is an alternative if you find it, you know, that horrendous enough.
If it's tough enough for you, bro, you gonna stand on that shit, and you're not gonna be in any way,
Dave
shape, or form
Chappelle walked
agreeable.
away. Dave Chappelle walked away at the height of his popularity from literal millions of dollars and went off to Africa and shit because
You
he
don't
was
know people's
uncomfortable morally
situations,
with some
bro.
shit that was going on.
If
Slim.
he walked away
I
with
don't.
millions,
It's not about
Kate,
knowing a
it
motherfucking situation.
is.
What I'm telling you is that like this shit that you're comparing to, I promise you, is nowhere near the ballpark of this.
Yeah,
And
but but then you
understand
have
me,
to provide
everyone
context,
is not
KTL.
the same.
But you
Everyone
have to
is not the
provide context, bro.
bro. You're attempting to get me to concede that there might be a special situation. And the thing about the word special situation is the reason it's special is because it doesn't exist that often. So
That makes
I
no
would rather
sense.
go with what general people,
Dave
like deal
Chappelle's
with.
situation doesn't happen that often.
I 100% agree with that as well. But my point is not that oh, you know, like they could have did what he did. My point is that there is a stance where an absolutely insane amount of money was passed up on because of a moral
No.
quandary. And it wasn't even like he didn't feel like, oh yeah, you know, like they making me do some shit, like some weird pervert shit. A motherfucker was like, yeah, y'all didn't give me the amount of money that I feel like I was promised.
But
So, you
KTL,
know, I don't want none of this shit.
yeah, but when I say you got to provide context, so we don't really know the extent of these situations, and so it's all really speculation. However, you said Dave Chappelle walked away at the height of his career, which means he was already wildly successful at the peak of his popularity. At the peak, he had a show and everything already. Who's to say Dave Chappelle didn't have a bank account of money already when he walked away from that situation?
But
as
that
opposed
my
to
point is
somebody,
that
but
that's
KTL,
not
as
the
opposed
point.
to somebody that's living check to check. They
No,
can't
but
just
that's
walk
not
away
my
like
that's
that.
not my
Just find
point,
another
Slim.
check that doesn't compromise your morals.
Yeah, like it's not
You
my
can't.
point is not
It's,
that
every
like he
situation is
doesn't
different,
have
bro.
an option. Of course he had an option. Look at who the fuck he is. My point
No, I'm saying
is
he
that,
might have been able financially to step away and say, no, I don't got to do this for this money.
but what I'm
However,
telling you, Slim, and something that
yeah.
you keep like trying to negate is that there is a possibility for a person to step away. You just have to downgrade your quality of life for you and your family. And it's are you willing to
KTL,
do
that
that?
you,
Are you willing to do that?
bro, when I tell
And it's
you
okay if you're not,
that
but
you're
say
not,
that.
nah, that's not making sense, bro. That's
It
not making
does.
sense. It's not, because you're not being realistic.
I'm
Come
being
on, bro.
You're
extremely
not being
realistic.
realistic.
Slim.
No,
I
you're
know
not.
I'm being realistic,
Slim.
bro.
Well, not
hold
you,
on.
Roots, but not you. But I'm saying to the point of what
We're
he
on the
said
same.
about
We're on the same side.
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm talking about what he's saying specifically about you can make these sacrifices. You just have to downgrade your life. Okay,
If what you're combating
the if
with
we know the
means
if
that
we know the
much
if
to
though.
you, then you
We know
will.
the if. But what I'm saying is, how much can a person living check to check downgrade their life? They're already living check to check.
So here's what I'm saying, Slim. It's a TV show.
It's not
for
that
things
simple.
that it's a TV show, but these things exist in real life. I've seen them on motherfucking
So,
Florida and James Evans was living 5 people in one apartment. You know what I'm saying? A 1-bedroom apartment, making the same food like for a week straight is what I'm saying. It's
that's a TV show, bro.
But that shit exists in real life, and you know it does. Don't
Of
try
course,
to dismiss that.
of course it exists, but that don't mean you're gonna tell a mama with 5 kids in her house that's working this job 12 hours a day every day to, if you don't like something that your boss is telling you to do, to quit. She got 5 kids. She's
Slim,
working this job to provide for that.
Here's
You
what
can't
I'm.
just
Here's
say.
what I'm. Here's what
You
I'll
can't
tell
just
you.
say that, bro.
No,
Everybody's
but here-
situation is not like that.
Definitely say that.
No, but you got to provide context.
You can say it.
Slim.
You can
gotta
say it,
provide.
Roots.
You got to provide context, Slim. If there is a you know, let's say that there is a mother, you know, working like 12 hours. She's a stripper. She's out there, you know, and she's uncomfortable with things that she has to do in her job and shit. You know, I'm going to tell her that if you know, are that uncomfortable with it, maybe you should find
Go
something
apply
else.
to a fucking gas station.
Well, you know, like I have these kids in this situation that, okay, I understand that. But I'll say that if you are willing to keep doing this rather than attempt to make a change in the situation, it can't be that detrimental to you.
Yeah, so that's what I would call a
It's
special
about,
case.
bro. It's about
That's a
you
special
are.
case.
Listen, bro. It's about either you're willing to sacrifice your morals or you're willing to sacrifice your life.
And there's, like I say, motherfuckers get like
don't make sense, bro.
argumentative and defensive
bro.
about these types of
That
things.
don't make sense.
Because they feel like it's a negative thing. No, bro. People like this exists within just about every person. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest, bro. There's a lot of things that I don't like particularly fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like politically or whatever. But if a motherfucker like offer the right amount of money, hell yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing about that shit. You feel me? Like it that's how it works, bro. Like if it's a life change, but it has to be life changing.
And I don't agree with that either.
It's a large number.
It's certain things that I'm not gonna take money for, no matter how much they
Slim.
they
I'm not
give me.
talking about like
And what we're saying is,
like
for the amount of money that she was getting, she was willing to sacrifice.
We don't know how much she was getting. That's what I'm saying. We don't know.
I'm saying it don't matter. It don't matter if we know. She know that she was getting enough to feel uncomfortable, but not do nothing about it.
Yeah. And that's how I look at it.
I don't understand, but I don't understand how that equates to you don't know this person's situation. Like, how do we know this lady wasn't on the verge of being evicted already during this shit? She's working.
Her shit. I don't give a fuck about her situation, bro.
Yeah, that's the issue.
I give a fuck about the situation of these kids, bro. You a fucking adult. Make your decisions how you gonna make your decision. But stand on your decision making. But don't in the meanwhile sacrifice the comfortability of these kids.
That's the other thing.
And then come back 2 decades later with a fucking sob story.
No,
like,
let me tell you why.
Let me tell you why. People, I think that's one thing.
Hey, let me tell you why.
Like a regular job, that's not the same. You
know? But KTL Roots, most people hate their fucking job. They don't want to be there, but they there because they gotta pay bills. They gotta make money, bro.
Facts.
A lot of people don't want to be where they fuck they at. But some people got to be there just to make ends meet, bro. That's what I'm saying. You can't just say no. But listen, this is what I'm saying.
Brand new vegetarian that used to be working in a slaughterhouse can't tell me he feels bad for the cows that he was murdering.
That was what I was about to say.
You still fucking did it, bro.
Like, you know,
you clearly didn't give that much of a fuck back then when you was poking motherfucking cows in the head.
Like,
bro.
if I don't.
I think that's extreme. If you say a vegetarian that works at a place where they sell meat, like a butcher shop, or not a butcher shop, but like a restaurant or something that has meat, that's one thing. If you say someplace where they're killing animals, that's an extreme case, I feel like. In this situation, this lady didn't say nothing about she was uncomfortable with them doing nothing to kids, like the Jason Handy shit or none of that. The lady just said she didn't feel like some of the outfits that she had to make were appropriate for the situation.
Say, no, I'm not making that outfit.
And she's gonna be fired. You don't know her fucking situation, bro.
Then either be fired or shut the fuck up and stay shut the fuck up.
She did shut up. She did shut up.
Okay, but don't come back two decades later with your hands and wrinkle that.
She can. Why? She can.
Uncomfortable.
She can do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, because you got to draw a line somewhere, Slim. You can't just keep like doing this.
No, because I said the same shit. I said the same shit about the lady on the left.
Shit at any point in time. No,
because it's
not
true.
All acceptable. It's not all acceptable. It's not all okay.
It is definitely acceptable.
It's not, bro.
Yes, it is.
Like,
it's
you
nothing
can't go
wrong
out there. Like, you can't have a job where you work at a shelter, but sometimes you have to euthanize dogs and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, I really don't like this
the
shit.
Same shit.
I don't like this shit. But you know, you did it for a check, bro.
Hold on, KT.
It's not the same shit.
Slim,
come on, bro.
Let's say your daughter is on Game Shakers, and excuse me, you find out your daughter's a full-grown adult now. This was a long time ago. You find out that there was some shady shit going on, and the person who was a cog in the situation that caused this trauma to your daughter tells you, "Oh, I was working check to check. I had 5 kids and all this other shit." Are you gonna give a fuck about her fucking trauma, or her situation, or are you gonna give a fuck about your daughter's trauma?
Yeah, she's not the person. Dan Schneider was the person.
Yeah, Dan Schneider was at the head of it, bro. But all these other mototherfuckers still contributed to the shit.
They're taking orders from one person. That's like saying no.
Bro, you
look,
like
that's no.
They signed up. They signed up to receive a check.
Yeah, people gotta work to live. I don't understand.
Or to buy nice.
You can work anywhere.
That's speculation, KTL. We don't know what the
but so is what
all around this motherfucker.
Are you saying, KTL, that the same situation applies to the 2 writers that had to split the money? They were buying nice shit. They wasn't even making that much money, bro. They were splitting a paycheck.
I don't think that's the same situation anyway.
Must not have meant that much to you.
Like what did they do?
It's because they wanted
I feel the same way.
So look. I say this.
The writers weren't complaining about what they had to write, Slim. They were complaining about the way Dan treated them.
They did talk about some. They did talk about some of the shit that they. No, they did talk about some of the shit that was written too.
When?
The sexual shit.
Yeah, but they didn't say they wrote it. There's a bunch of writers. They didn't say they had.
They definitely wrote that shit.
No, they definitely wrote that shit.
Now
that's it. It's a writer's room.
Slim, one of
it's
the
a gang of writers in there, bro.
I'll be honest, they work together and they write
Slim,
all the shit.
You literally heard them say that they didn't take them.
All right, if that's the case, then they ain't got no business talking about how weird it was, because bitch, you wrote it or you helped write it.
By that logic, everybody that worked for that company is under the same umbrella because they all contributed to these shows and these scenes.
If you know about it, or if you felt the way about it and you didn't say shit to me, you fucking guilty.
I just don't think that you
I
get
feel
like I think you just got to stand on business and shit. You did. If you feel like you did what you had to do, that's cool, but you did what you had to do. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like
that don't mean you can't come out later and say you was uncomfortable.
Okay, cool. But again, sprinkle that. It's the same shit with the other shit that I was saying about dealing with trauma as an adult and all that. Stand on business. Stand on the decisions that you made. Don't come back with all of this sob story and shit. Sprinkle that motherfucking accountability in there.
I don't
Because you
feel
stayed in that
I feel
motherfucking
like this is,
situation.
but I
You
feel
made
like
that decision for
I
yourself.
feel
You
like
are
this
not
is
a.
the same.
That's what it boils down to. You are not a victim. That's all it boils down to. You are not a victim. I'm
When
sorry.
did she say she
Or,
was a
or,
victim?
or
She said she felt uncomfortable.
you can't
Like,
stay a
you're-
victim. Like
Yeah.
When
like,
did she
you're
say
not
she
a
was a
victim.
victim?
You are a
you
part
can
of the
be a
machine.
victim and you can feel
ATL, when did
uncomfortable.
she say she
You
was
are
a
a part
victim
of the
though?
machine.
You're by saying you're
Why y'all making
uncomfortable,
shit up?
you're a victim to
I
the
didn't make
you're a
nothing
victim
up
to the
yet.
shit that made you uncomfortable.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then she is a victim. She was
She's
uncomfortable.
not.
That doesn't make no sense.
She's
How
not
can
a
y'all have it
victim.
both ways?
She
Root
ain't no
said
victim.
if Root said she was a victim of the
Ruth
shit that
said
made
she
her
was
uncomfortable.
claiming
I said the same thing about the all the adult
Ruth
actors
said
that was
she was
talking
claiming
about
that, Slim.
the
She's claiming
decisions that.
she's a victim to the things that made her uncomfortable.
So and I said the same thing. I said the same thing when it comes to the breakdown of all of these child actors and getting into all of the shit when they become an adult. You were a victim to the things that happened to you as a child that you had no control over. However, when you became in control of your fucking life, you made decisions and you paid for those fucking decisions.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you about them still making the decisions, but at the same time,
The
it's
difference,
like,
I'm sorry, real quick. The
like,
difference between them kids and them becoming adults and this bitch with the wrinkled ass hands, you was an adult when you was making decisions that you made.
so you're right about them still making the decisions, but it's like the same thing I said about the Amanda Bynes shit. Like what she was doing back then, to me, it was very stupid. Like, and I called it out for being stupid.
What, like
However,
what?
all the shit she
I'm
was
talking about
doing,
the
she was
2014
having.
tweet and shit and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, she was having a meltdown and just hold on, KTL, let me finish. She was having a
Okay.
meltdown and doing
Pause.
all this shit. And so, like, I was calling it stupid at the time, like for sure. And I stand on it being stupid.
Mhm.
However, I can understand why she was doing that now because of all the fucked up shit that was going on.
And
That
I
don't make
can
it not stupid,
understand,
but it's
and I can understand the lady feeling uncomfortable, but her feeling uncomfortable and staying was fucking stupid.
Hey, Roots, what I'm saying is I didn't
Sure, but
change
maybe
my
she just
stance.
had to do what she had to do.
We watched
maybe she's a fucking
Spiderhead.
moron.
Bitch
We
got
watched
paid $1
Spiderhead,
million.
and that
That
little
nigga sound
Asian
stupid.
dude,
$1 million.
he did what the fuck he did, and I had the same stance back
Who you talking
then
about, KTL?
as I do now. On Spiderhead, that little Asian dude, me and Slim had a similar debate.
Oh yeah,
back then
the
because
assistant
Slim
nigga?
and I got the same stance as I did back then. If you're a cog in the machine, I don't think you get to suddenly like unless
Same
there's
shit
just
about
something
Condemn.
absolutely horrible that
It
you
was the same shit about
you
Condemn.
don't get to grow a conscience.
And I
play a
disagreed
victim
every
like you
time.
weren't a
Y'all
part
right.
of something.
You do 20
I
years
disagreed on the
later.
Condemn too.
What, Puos?
You do 20 years later.
How?
20 years later, what?
I feel like you could probably be like, damn, I did some bullshit 20 years ago. Let me speak
Okay,
my
so
truth.
say, but okay, cool. You just
Yeah,
even
say
in your
I did
statement,
some bullshit. Don't say
exactly.
somebody
Even in
made
your
me do
statement
some
just now
bullshit.
had more accountability than Wrinkle Hands bitch did.
Hey, Puos, what they want her to say is that so even though she was doing what Dan Schneider told her to do, they want her to say like, okay, yeah, I did some shit that I didn't like. That's what they want her to say.
Why
I
does
don't
that
have no
sound
problem with what she
unreasonable to
said.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
not
have no
really
problem with what she said.
I initially when I was
Slim,
listening,
why
I
does
kind
that
of
sound
agreed with
unreasonable?
you, but that's not unreasonable at all.
Yeah, like I don't get like why Slim is acting like
Yeah,
that's a big
what I'm
request.
saying and what I've been saying is I have no problem with what she said.
What she
Well, yeah,
say?
but
I
that's
can't
always
remember.
been you though.
She was pretty much just saying like she was uncomfortable with like some of the outfits and shit that she had to make. Like, I mean, yeah, they weren't her choices. Like
Oh, that ain't shit.
she didn't say like, yeah, I'm finna make this for this. No, he told her to make it and she made it. She had to make. I don't see no problem with her saying what
That
she
ain't
said.
shit.
And she took the check while she felt uncomfortable.
Well,
So I
she
don't
not
give a
even
fuck
saying
about
nothing though. All she said is, "I just felt
She's
uncomfortable
uncomfortable.
making
Puos,
bikini for
all I
a
said, like
13-year-old."
this all stemmed from the fact that I said that there is a level that every person has where, like, if they have, you know, a moral thing that they don't like, they feel uncomfortable with, whatever, that there's a certain amount of money where you stop caring about like how
That's
you
not
know
true.
give a fuck about it. Hold on, Slim. I'll let you go. Now, what I was saying, Puos, is that motherfucker that I said that bitch went out there. It didn't make her uncomfortable enough or morally, you know, vexed enough to where she wouldn't do that shit because like she was getting this check. You know what I'm saying? Whether you Slim said yes, she need this check for her family or whatever. I'm not arguing any of that. My point is that it was not, on the level of severity, it was not severe enough to where you were not even willing to take money to do it.
That don't mean she can't say she was uncomfortable though. KTL, what you saying can be true, and she still could have been uncomfortable.
Yep, Slim. Hey, you can be uncomfortable at anything. I could be uncomfortable doing this fucking podcast.
Right, and you still could be here doing it.
So what's your point then?
Well, so what I'm saying is that I can't go out here 20 years later.
Yes, you can.
And be like, oh yeah, I was.
But niggas like me and niggas like KTL is gonna look at KTL and say that's a bitch ass nigga right there.
Let me ask you something, KTL.
2 decades later, talking about how uncomfortable he was, and he was on the motherfucking episodes, every single damn episode, damn near for 72.
Let me ask you something. Let's say 5 years from now, you go back and you be like, I really wasn't comfortable with how everybody. Let's go to the Step Brothers episode. How niggas was using all of these slurs. Yeah, it made me feel uncomfortable. Like, you will be wrong for saying that 5 years later.
No, Puos, I would be wrong for saying that I feel uncomfortable about how everybody was using these slurs on the Step Brothers episode if I'm in the midst of using the slurs with everybody. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And then I try to blame, like I try to hold on, Roots, and I try to say that I only did that shit because, you know what I'm saying, like, because of Slim, or, because whoever was in charge of that.
But I only did the shit for the views.
She literally only made the outfits because her boss told her to make the outfits. I don't
That's
see
her
a problem.
job. That's a job. She's in charge of wardrobe, right?
They're saying if she didn't like it,
in charge of throwing ice off the back of the fucking truck if she was so goddamn uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Hey, he's saying they're saying if she didn't like it, then she could have left and found another job. That's what they're saying.
That's stupid. That's pretty fucking stupid. No. It's pretty stupid.
Because if my job is to make
I just think everybody's situation different.
So it ain't that simple. It's stupid to leave a job because you feel like something happening at your job is morally unsound.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that I'm wrong if my job is to make outfits. I get signed to a show and a motherfucker wants me to start making outfits where 13-year-old girls got their ass out, and I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this shit.
Hey, look.
Well, get out of here then, nigga. Somebody else.
That's what we're saying.
Fuck out of here, bro.
But KTL,
I'm making the dresses. Fuck y'all.
Hold on, Puos, KTL.
But that's what I'm saying, Puos, because you have a different, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their level of like what the fuck, how they feel about some shit. And I'm not mad at it, but I just wanted a motherfucker to admit that you can't play a victim in all of this. You know what I'm saying?
You can though. You can still say something made you uncomfortable, bro.
You did what the
can't
fuck
even
you
say
did.
it with her fucking face on the screen. You are
not on the. You are.
That's how ashamed she was of herself.
You are.
She couldn't even fucking show her face.
That don't mean she was ashamed.
You're a defendant. Right, you're not a plaintiff. That's all I'm saying.
But KTL. But look, this is the only point that I've been making this entire time is everybody's situation is different. So while I agree with what you're saying to a certain extent, let's say I could go leave a job if I don't like something, but let's say some shit is going wrong at Art job and he don't like what's going on. I can't tell Art to leave his job and go find something else because he's a married man with a bunch of kids.
Yeah,
bro.
I never did.
This situation different.
All I'm saying
what you can tell Art is stop fucking complaining to me about it if you're not willing to leave that.
But Roots, hold on, KT. Roots. So if Art leave his job right now, is it any guarantee that he gonna have a job in the next week?
Hell no.
Yeah.
How is he gonna pay his bills like that?
Hey, look, bro.
How is he gonna put food on the table?
That's a sacrifice that you have to make.
Nah, you're crazy. He got kids and a family.
But what I'm saying, Slim,
you do too. Like, I don't understand how you're saying
listen, bro. If your morals are as intact as you feel like they are, you'll make the sacrifice.
Yeah, that's been the whole argument.
In order to motherfucking
morals.
That don't make sense, bro. We talking about survival. We talking about the preservation of life, bro. We talking about survival. It's no way you can be saying this right now.
No,
so
but
you mean if something is going wrong at your job and you don't like it, that means you have to leave regardless of if this gonna make your family not be able to pay rent the next month.
Well, no, it just depends on how much it bothers you.
Listen, bro. I seen a lot of morally unsound shit in the army, bro. Seen a lot of it, and I fucking stayed in because I got kids at home.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like,
what I'm not What I'm not gonna fucking do is if I was involved with it, I'm not gonna. Oh, I was uncomfortable.
But somebody else not wrong if they do say that, Roots.
That's cap.
It's just as wrong as I feel like I would be.
You can't
make sense.
Just because that's your ideology. You can't put that on another.
Yeah,
Bro, if a
makes sense,
motherfucker, bro, if
I'm not
They
putting
said it like
nobody else, bro. I'm just saying this is how I feel.
Puos, bro, here's what I'm saying. If Roots is in the military and his, you know what I'm saying, whatever his commanding officer, you know, they go out there, they in combat and shit. They go in a village and Roots and like all his army partners, they, you know, are ordered to shoot and kill some kids in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like later on, Roots can say like, oh, you know, I really didn't feel comfortable with having to do that and all of that shit. But you still did it, bro. You did.
He can't feel wrong for that.
Stand on business, bro.
You can still feel wrong. Yes.
I can feel wrong.
Yeah, but you can't. But you're a defendant,
I have to stand on the fact that I still pulled that trigger.
You're not a flincher. You're not on the good guy's side. No, you're a bad guy. Something wrong.
No, she didn't stand on it.
What you mean?
She Dan this and Dan that.
She did it though.
She Dan this and Dan that.
Yeah, it was all Dan's fault. It wasn't her fault. It was Dan's fault.
And it's all your commander.
It's your commander fault.
Yeah.
Bro,
no, it's Slim. Like you, go try to tell that family.
I could have told somebody.
When they watch the bullet leave your gun, go try to tell the commander. Tell the family.
Well,
yeah, I
the
mean,
family
but
don't gotta
day,
fucking agree with it, but the commander commanded it.
What I'm saying is, you don't get to. You're not, bro. You're not a good guy. You're a bad guy who realized he did some
I don't think
shit.
that's the point. Did we say if she's a good lady or a bad?
And this don't make her a bad lady either.
You wasn't here at the
start. But that don't make her a bad lady either. That don't make sense.
Slim is attempting to present all these things, excusing it. No, it's okay. You did what the fuck you did, but don't act like you ain't do what you did.
So first
you the wrong nigga to be saying this.
But I'm not, because I've taken accountability for anything I've done wrong. Like there was never a time where I didn't act like I didn't do some shit.
Yeah, we could have this conversation when this goes off.
You do this every time.
I got a real question for you.
I stood on that shit because I did it. I didn't say that I wasn't wrong for it, but I did it.
She did it too.
No, come on, bro. I watched this old.
They have a problem with her saying that that she was
blaming on Dan, right?
Because
exactly.
All of it was about Dan. All of it was about Dan.
Because she said it was Dan. That's their issue.
Instead of I. Instead of Dan said it and I did.
Hey, look. So let me ask a question.
Me do this.
So let me ask a question. If the writer felt uncomfortable with the scene where Ariana Grande had that potato, but he still wrote the script and the scene and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying he can't say he was uncomfortable with the script because he wrote
it. He can say
he's uncomfortable. He gotta say
I was uncomfortable with the fact that Dan sent this down for me to write. I was uncomfortable writing the shit.
That's the same shit.
I was just gonna say she didn't say that.
I still no, she didn't.
Yeah, that first
Are you sure, man?
Yeah, that first part that Roos just said is the same shit.
Me off. I rewound it at least twice.
I've seen this shit like a week ago, so I don't like.
I've
seen it today, Puos.
That's only been the problem is that like I say, Dan
so
is wrong
KT,
for what he did, but you wrong for going along with him.
What did she say verbatim? She said, "Oh, Dan made me do it, and I was uncomfortable." Is that all she said?
No, she said she was uncomfortable with some of the clothing shit that they had the girls wear. But she was the wardrobe lady. That's what she was uncomfortable with.
Never mind. It's
they.
I've been talking in circles for 40 minutes.
It is a day. Like she didn't make the decision.
Like a circle, though.
She didn't make the decision to make the girl wear that. Roots.
You're right.
She just had to make
it. She made the decision to make it.
Yeah, because it's her job.
Nobody hold a fucking gun to her head.
She made the decision to do her job.
That's what I was saying, Roots, is that like
she made the decision to do her job. Yes.
Yeah, your life wasn't in danger. That's all I was saying, Roots. Like
she was doing her job. I don't understand.
Yep, she did her job, and now she has to account for
her job. Can make her uncomfortable. That's not a problem. She can be uncomfortable doing her job.
I can feel bad about something I did 10 years ago, bro.
That's fine. Nobody's disagreeing with that.
Do it. Like don't try to pass the buck.
Don't try to pass the torch of blame off to somebody else.
I'm gonna be honest. No, go ahead, Puos.
I don't get it. Like I get what they saying, but I don't.
I don't agree with what they saying.
I don't either.
Like I don't know, bro.
Like I say, at the end of the day, bro, like everybody's situation is different, and
they just
I don't
said
know
don't blame it on nobody else. That's basically they.
No,
point.
I didn't say don't blame it on nobody else. I said don't blame it on somebody else and not take your part of what you did. Like if you was if somebody robs a bank, if you like a part of a bank robbery and shit, and you the getaway driver. Like, yes, somebody else robbed the bank. You didn't go in there and rob the bank, but you was the driver. Say, like, you got to take accountability for being the driver.
That's different because you had intentions. How? You had intentions. You knew what them niggas was about to do, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think she went to work.
She knew.
What do you think that she thought? I want to know. I'm not being funny. I want to know what you think that she thought.
I don't think she
went to work thinking she gonna make whatever they tell her.
Let's just make Ariana Grande in a fucking see-through bathers, whatever. I don't think she thought that. I think I think she got to work and the nigga told her, "Hey, bro, this is what we finna do." And she was like, "Damn, nigga, if I don't do this shit, I don't have a job anymore."
What I'm saying, Puos, is like I don't think that as a person,
every adult is faced with that at some point in time.
Mini skirt and then think like,
oh, shit, situation different,
that's a really
bro.
Short skirt on that girl. You know that you made it, like.
Yeah, and she was probably uncomfortable making it, but it's a job.
Yeah, and that's fine, Slim. But if somebody, these years later, like if them or like one of their parents got a problem with that shit and they come to you, you can't just, go talk to Dan. No, what? Like,
no, bitch, I'm talking to you. You the one with the needle and thread. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, like I'll talk to Dan when I get to Dan.
Why the fuck would I talk to the person who made it and not the person who over everything?
I'm gonna talk to both
bro.
of them.
That's stupid.
John Wick addressed the motherfucker that stole his car and killed his dog, and he addressed the motherfucker
talking about a movie, bro. A movie that's not real, bro. Can you say some realistic things? Then maybe it'll make more sense. Say something realistic.
All right, when a police officer gets in trouble for doing some fuck shit, they don't just put it on the police officer. They do an investigation of the entire fucking precinct because there was something that enabled that behavior.
Okay, but the officer don't get to just be like, oh yeah, well, like I was
trained. I was improperly trained.
Was doing it like
they do say that.
They do say it, and a lot of motherfuckers still go to jail for the shit.
That's not a like
the lady who killed that one dude, like. And said niggas rented like her co-workers rented a train on her, like she just won a suit like for like some big money. So
that's wrong too.
Yeah, she got paid for opening her legs. That's crazy.
Yeah, that happens a lot. They all do.
Yeah, but in an inappropriate fashion, in a fucking organization that's built to save and protect motherfuckers. And you blaming everybody else that stuck their dick in you instead of you for opening your legs.
Seriously, if your kid is some type of actor, actress, and they put your child in some type of revealing outfit, you're going to go to the person who made the outfit and not the nigga who
addressing everybody.
Instructions down.
I'm addressing
everybody. I'm at work.
Let me put it like this, bro. Like if I'm a parent, you know what I'm saying, and my kid like got some exo pills, you know what I'm saying, my kid is like on ecstasy and shit, I'm going to the motherfucker who like sold that shit to them, and maybe it'll be somebody else, like up the line. Oh well, actually, it's the person that runs the whole shit, so I'll get to them when I get to them, but you still got to answer for why you sold my kid these pills.
I don't think
because like I don't like shit. Nobody forced you to do
that's
that.
That's some illegal shit. You talk. I guess, bro. That's illegal, bro. I'm not going to the fucking nigga who gave the nigga the pills to sell to my kid, bro.
Well, yeah, but you get what I'm saying.
And I'm not even going to the nigga who sold them to my kid. I'm going to my kid. Like, what the fuck are you doing buying fucking exos?
I mean, yeah, like I'll address
that. I'm not gonna go chase no damn drug dealer down because my
I already addressed the parents.
My kid bought some drugs.
But you don't like what I'm saying is a motherfucker like don't just get to like skirt accountability because they're a lower cog in the machine. Like when
you're part of the machine,
they used to like overthrow, you know what I'm saying, like oppressive, like Caesar and them when they had like an oppressive, government and shit, they toppled that shit, and it didn't matter that a motherfucker was just, like a lowly
the doorman or
scribe or whatever.
Guard at the front.
I can't remember what podcast it was, but we talked about this specific shit before too. Like motherfuckers are just casualties, you know what I'm saying, of a system that they participated in.
Yes, brother.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, KTL. Like I worked at Church's Chicken, man. I worked at Church's Chicken, and this is not even that egregious. It's like I don't think hers was
you didn't wash your hands after you took a shit, huh?
Yeah, that makes sense. So let's just say like if my manager just tell me to do some regular shit like redrop some fries in the fryer, bro, because we don't want to waste more fries. Instead of making new ones and throwing other ones away, and she say redrop the fries. Okay, I'm gonna go back in and redrop the fries. Yep. But that don't mean that it's my fault that these motherfuckers got to eat these old ass. Nah, it's my manager's fault. I'm just doing my job.
Okay,
because
cool.
they can definitely
I'm
doing my job.
Let's make it a little bit closer to the situation. Let's make it a little bit closer to the situation.
I can give it to you all I want.
If you drop 2 legs and a thigh on the motherfucking ground, it popped out of the box and all over the ground and shit, and your manager say, "Hey, pick that up and get it out the window. We got to move this drive-through."
And they see
you still do it. They gonna address you because they saw you do it.
And
you
still
went through the training of that's not what you're supposed to fucking do.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. You talking about some shit where they see you do something and point it. That's not a moral thing you talking about. The moral thing would be me dropping the chicken on the floor. No, the moral thing is me dropping the chicken on the floor and me not wanting to serve it because it hit the floor and my manager telling me to do it. Not that I got caught doing it.
And then cool. Like, thank you for correcting my scenario.
No, that's my manager.
That's still on your manager?
For sure, because me personally, I would have threw it away. That's the manager's fault, not me. That's not me.
All right, but you got.
I'm not gonna quit my job because of it.
Hey, Roots, I'm not
gonna quit my job.
Roots, hearing about 15 years. We're gonna see slim wrinkled ass hands on a documentary about fucking Church's Chicken and shit.
KTL.
Like
KTL.
My manager told me
KTL, look. KTL. I would feel uncomfortable serving this chicken that fell on the ground. However, that's my manager that told me to do it. I'm doing my job.
Listen here, Slim. You
couldn't have gone and got a job at McDonald's where they don't tell you to put chicken out that fell on the floor, Slim?
Who's to say I'm gonna get a job at McDonald's, KTL?
If you couldn't get one,
I'm saying is
I couldn't get one.
When Quiet on the Restaurant come out and I see your wrinkled ass hands, I'm gonna call you a bitch ass nigga. I'm gonna be at home.
Hey, I know him.
Watching Quiet on the Restaurant and calling Slim a bitch. That nigga still swallowing that motherfucking chicken.
So, hey man, you can call me what you want, Ruse, but at the end of the day, I could say I was uncomfortable giving that chicken to the customer. I can say that.
And while you was giving the chicken to the customer, you was super uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable enough to just not give him the chicken. You still gave him the chicken.
You want me to not do what the fuck my manager tell me to do,
bro?
I want you to stand on what you did.
That's not even taken. That's why I say you got to provide context. So the reason behind this thing is first the chicken costs money. It costs money to get this chicken. So every piece of chicken is money. So you dropping this chicken on the floor and having to get 2 more pieces means this is waste. That's money that's lost out on because it didn't get sold and you got to go get some more. So that's a thing of they don't want to waste no money. That's not a thing of just not giving the chicken away. They don't want to waste no money, so they're telling me
good reason as to why you did it, but you still did it.
Yeah, but it's not my fault. That's my manager not wanting to waste money.
Yeah, but it's your fault.
I still gotta listen.
Still gave it to somebody.
So it's not about to quit their job because like some.
Yeah, I'm not gonna quit over that.
Nobody told you to quit your job.
But I can feel uncomfortable about serving that chicken.
What's the consequences of Slim saying, "Nigga, fuck you, I ain't picking that chicken up, suck my dick"? What's the consequence?
Puos, here's what I'm saying.
If he get fired, he can definitely go to motherfucking upper management and say, "My manager tried to fire me because I didn't want to put no dirty ass chicken out the window."
If Slim's sitting at Cane's right now and he's looking at window and he sees somebody drop his chicken on the floor and try to give him that bitch, Slim gonna get pissed. He gonna say something. I hope.
But you're talking about getting caught, KTL.
Pissed off if that motherfucking drive-through.
That's 2 different points.
Y'all changing it. Y'all talking about me
points because him getting caught is not the same. Like those outfits have been approved.
Hold on. No. Her being on quiet on set is evidence of being caught.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
He
You made that up.
chose to not be on it. Why
Yeah, you just made some shit up.
So the only motherfuckers that was caught.
How the fuck did she get caught? Why the fuck did she get caught,
Rules don't be thinking before you say shit.
All right, cool. Listen. I got y'all. The only motherfuckers that was caught of doing some fuck shit was Dan, Jason, Ezel, and Brian. Nobody else is at fault.
Hold on, who the fuck is Ezel?
They ain't really talking about Ezel that much.
They
He was the
brought a
third
kid to the
pedophile.
feeling on him.
Yeah, he was the third pedophile.
What episode was that?
The fourth one?
4. He was there.
They
only talked about him for like 15 seconds, Puos. He brought a kid to a lot.
But they put him up on the steps
7 days ago, so I don't know.
Yep. Only motherfuckers that was caught and is guilty of some shit is Dan, Ezel, Jason, and Brian. That's the only one.
So why you saying no girl got caught?
No. I'm according to y'all logic, that's the only motherfuckers that's guilty of some shit. It don't matter the other motherfuckers that was involved in the same fuck shit and seen fuck shit going on and didn't say nothing till 2 decades later. They're not responsible at all. It's all Dan fault.
Why? It sounds like you kind of taking up for bro. Is that what you?
Nah, I'm not taking up for nobody. What I'm saying is, it's all Dan fault. Dan is the reason why all this fuck shit happened.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Roots. You play football, right?
Yep.
What position?
God.
Defensive end.
Let's just say like you playing football, and your coach tell you to run a blitz. Y'all finna blitz. But you see something in coverage, and you see something that the quarterback is doing or whatever, and you thinking like, nah, we should do something else because I see some shit that's giving me the idea that he's about to do this. And you know what I'm saying? So we should instead of blitz, we should get back in coverage.
Right.
So if you blitz and it don't work, is that on you or is that on your coach?
If I blitz and it don't work, that's on my coach.
But you're the player and you saw something that you figured wasn't going to be the right answer and you didn't change it. Why is it on your coach still?
This isn't equivalent.
Yes,
why is it on the coach still?
I see what he's saying.
No, because it's not the same.
Because the coach makes the decisions and the players listen to the coach.
It's not like I was uncomfortable with blitzing, bro. I just saw something that could have been better.
You didn't do it though.
No, but it's not beyond that. It doesn't matter because this isn't a moral quandary. This is a logical thing y'all are stating. Like
it ain't.
What I'm just saying. No, but KT, I'm making the point. I'm making a point about the person at the top giving the orders and directions to the people below. You can do something that the person at the top says.
If that's the case, then you gotta you as a player gotta answer to them fans. Like
but it's the coach's fault.
You don't though.
It's the coach's fault, KTL.
Hold on.
You don't have to.
You don't have to answer.
Listen. I see what y'all saying.
The coach got to answer to the
motherfuckers. Listen.
Yeah, well, no, he don't. He could just tell him suck his dick too.
Listen, bro. Me as a player, me as an athlete, I'm probably gonna be down on myself because I chose not to do what I knew what I should have did to that could have won us that game.
But you
and and there's a lot of athletes like that where they'll see that they can do some better shit than what the coach is saying and they won't do it.
But nobody said what the outcome was. How you know that blitz didn't end up in a sack on the quarterback? Nobody said what the outcome was. You thought you saw something better that you could have did, but he didn't be like, if you would have fucking dropped back, y'all would have picked the ball off. It's no ending to the question. You don't know what would have happened.
All right, so hold up. There's a lot of teams, there's a lot of coaches that will allow their players to make audible changes, whether it be depending on their status.
That's why I said that. That's why I said that though.
Okay, but you didn't put that in the.
Nah, you could have did it though. He said you seen that maybe we should drop back in coverage. He's giving you that, like you got that authority, like to change some hot route. You know what I'm saying? Change some shit up.
If I have that authority to do that, then that's on me.
No, I'm saying, Bruce, if you do what your coach told you to do, though, that's not on you. It's on your coach. Like, it's not your fault that it didn't work.
But if I see with my IQ,
yes,
that this blitz not gonna work,
right,
I need to do something else, and I
yes,
know exactly what I need to do, and I don't do it. That's
yes.
on me.
No, it's on your coach.
My coach
You can't,
called the
you
play.
can't, you can't be in the wrong. You can't be in the wrong for following the order of your coach.
But
He's telling you what you should.
Me and my moral standing and how where I hold myself as an athlete. If
That's you though. That's you.
That's what we're arguing.
But that doesn't make you wrong. That doesn't make you wrong in the grand scheme of things. It makes your coach wrong, not you.
If I saw an opportunity where
that's his whole job, bro.
My job, my job is to make sure that I'm a top athlete, bro.
Hey,
and
bro,
if I chose the coach of the
coach is the head of the team,
instead of believing in my own IQ and athletic ability that I know I could have stopped this shit, I'm gonna put that on me.
I'm gonna be honest.
You're gonna put it on you personally, but that doesn't mean you're wrong.
And I can't be mad at nobody else that take the same.
Everybody else can be mad at the coach,
bro. We didn't talk
I'm saying motherfuckers that's mad at me. I can't be mad at motherfuckers that's mad at me if I'm mad at me.
I don't think people are gonna be mad at you. That's the thing. They're not gonna be mad at you.
An hour on this same topic, bro. We not getting nowhere. We might as well just agree.
Ruth said he understand what we're saying. All right, 3-on-1.
Regardless.
Hey, yo.
I don't know.
What did you think of when I said that? We're talking about sports.
What did you think of when you said it? How about that?
We're talking about sports. 3-on-1 makes perfect sense.
What sport are we playing, Slim?
Sound like you playing a gay. Sound like you playing a gay one.
A gay sport?
Yeah, I don't like the one you playing.
I beat 2 niggas in 1-on-1 before. On God, it was 1-on-2.
How was it? I was gonna say, how was it 1-on-1?
On God, I beat that shit.
I mean, niggas can, fight against the trap all the time. Like a trap defense. Some niggas can get around the trap defense.
No, you can split the hoe easy.
I didn't want to say that word.
It's basketball, bro.
So let's get to the end of this.
Somebody else said "Ayo," so
I mean,
let's get to the end of this.
You
podcast.
said just gonna split that one of them niggas last week. That's why.
I was talking about fighting, bro.
But you like preference it with some jail talk. That's why niggas ain't know what you meant.
So niggas only if niggas don't know what I meant, cool. But if the only thing y'all think about whenever jail come up is gay shit, then y'all think all jail niggas is gay then.
I don't think all niggas is gay in jail.
Speaking
but
of
I know.
gay shit, man.
But you do know that violence happened in jail and it has nothing to do with sexual content.
Just say sex.
Sex.
You was finna say sex?
I said sexual.
You talking about jail sex?
Nigga not talking about no jail sex on here, man. I don't know what y'all was doing before I mic'd up, but we not doing
that.
You been here 30 minutes.
It
happens when you be pulling up.
You been here 30 minutes, fool.
If
Look, bro,
niggas talk about jail sex when I get here, I will no longer be on this podcast.
Hey, look, let's get to the end of this podcast, man.
We're going on 2 hours right now.
Did you see they had Aaron Carter on there?
Yeah,
they dropped pictures of all the fucked up child actors and shit, and how
I forgot about dude.
Child actor, or being a child actor fucked their life up or whatever the fuck. Not about the fact that they chose to get on the drugs or stay on the drugs or not go to rehab. No. This is just a whole lot of lack of accountability for adults for me. That's my main issue with this entire shit.
Hey, Roots, after I watched the show, I went to go look up these motherfuckers' names just to see like if they was doing anything afterwards or like what they was doing now. And
talking about the cast members like of all that and the show and all that shit.
Yeah. So one of them black niggas was his name was Brian. I don't know if y'all remember which one that was.
Was that the nigga with the fade and the beard?
Right.
Which one? Not the one with the noses on his arms.
Nah,
the other nigga.
The nigga with the beard, nigga. Rudy,
yeah.
Nigga zesty as hell.
That nigga was on Hardball when we watched the hoe.
Who was he on? Oh yeah, he was on Hardball. Yeah. He was on. He was the one.
Which one
they
was
walking
he?
through. They was walking through
the project.
Everybody was sitting on the floor and shit. And Keanu Reeves' character was like, "Why everybody sitting on the floor and shit?"
Mm-hmm.
He was the white guy.
Shut up. And the girl, not the Giovanni girl, the other black girl, the one that was on the Amanda show.
Mm-hmm.
She played the main gross sister on the Proud Family, like the little skinny one with the braids.
Sound like she had a pretty successful career after what's it called? I don't know what the fuck she complaining about. She was talking about how not being a part of show business anymore really fucked me up and da. Bitch, you got on one of the you went to the ops and got on a lit show.
Yeah, but that was probably years after. She talking about when she was a kid on the Amanda show.
Yeah, that's fine. Look, I mean, you talking about all your trauma and shit and how
Roots, people can have trauma and still be successful, man.
That's shit, bro. That's fine, bro.
It don't. It's not one of
I
the.
like when when the whole story is told, bro.
Therapist, boy.
I like when the whole story is told.
I just don't understand.
Hey,
like y'all
he'll make a motherfucker feel better about anything.
I like the whole
really,
story,
it's not
bro.
your fault. It's this and that.
Want to be a therapist?
I don't understand y'all viewpoint.
Motherfucker will be like, well, you can't say that because technically,
semantics.
Yeah, because
I
feel like y'all
make somebody be a grown ass man or woman. How about that, Slim?
Yeah, make somebody be a fucking adult and accountable.
That don't make no sense.
That shit not gonna hold your hand, boy. Them bills ain't gonna hold your hand. It don't matter. Well, technically,
Yeah, niggas would be on the street if it was for y'all.
Yeah, and they would be there because of their own actions.
Goddamn right.
Damn, this lady can't work.
I did it.
They can't work their jobs and just be uncomfortable.
They can work their jobs and be
uncomfortable,
but they also got to.
Can't tell me about it because I'm gonna tell you.
I'll tell you this one thing. You watched it,
and you pussy complain about it now.
You watched them talk about all their trauma.
Uncomfortable. If you make brake pads and you was uncomfortable because y'all was cutting corners on brake pads and somebody run into a car and die because of that, shit, you can be uncomfortable.
I feel like
you made the brake pad.
See, that's one of the extreme examples.
Brake pad, you did.
That's one of them extreme examples. Again,
you're only saying that because I'm right,
bro.
You said somebody dying. That's not equivalent.
In this instance,
I don't know, Slim. I think like rape and dying is like
none of these girls got raped.
Listen,
molested. I'm sorry, not raped.
None of these girls got molested.
Big Mo.
We're talking about.
You're crazy.
What happened?
Hey, bro,
you keep making these extreme points.
These
bro.
I'm not making extreme.
Listen, bro.
None of that happened.
I'm giving you an analogy.
Listen,
they didn't happen.
Okay, what did happen? Hold on, let's talk about what did happen.
No, they didn't. Go ahead.
Let's talk about what did happen. What did happen is these motherfuckers played a part in a traumatic experience for all of these actors.
2 hour mark.
Woo! They played a part in all the Amanda Bynes' and the Drake Bells and the Josh Pecks if he dealt with some shit and the motherfucking Aaron Carters and
that little Harry Potter looking ass dude.
Yeah, like they had their hands in all of this other shit, bro. Like they played they fucking part.
Hey, you right, but if I'm a cameraman on the Amanda show, you can't tell me I'm wrong for being a cameraman and being uncomfortable. Bro, I'm out here holding the camera doing my job.
I'm telling you, you wrong for staying. And if my daughter is of the on the side of this shit, and again, I'm gonna take my accountability of saying I shouldn't have had my daughter in that motherfucking situation. That's what type of adult I am. I'm gonna take accountability for what the fuck I did.
I don't agree with that either.
I'm also pressed what the fuck you did because you helped create this motherfucking unstable environment. Even if you didn't help create it, you stayed around and you didn't say nothing.
You're wrong.
Till 20 years later.
Yeah, see, you doing way more of the pointing the finger at the like what you would call the minions. You're doing it more towards the minions as opposed to
I'm not.
Strategists.
Two episodes ago, I was on them parents' ass. 2 episodes
that's not
ago,
the strategist. The parents aren't the
Now I'm
strategist.
talking about the minions.
The person that set all this shit into motion ain't the
Amanda
parents.
Amanda Bynes' pop was a strategist.
No, he wasn't.
Why
he was an opportunist?
All right, bro.
Yeah, and he seen a strategist and joined forces with him. He was an opportunist.
Yep, and he just as guilty to me.
Yeah, I don't see. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with you when it comes to that about these people being the same level. Nah, because I feel like some people was just doing their job. That don't just mean you as fucked up as a Dan or a Jason.
Morally,
I don't think so.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, I don't. Morally, so agree to disagree, man.
Any final thoughts, man?
Fuck them parents. Fuck them minions. Fuck Dan. Fuck Brian. Fuck Jason. Fuck all them motherfuckers.
What about Ezel?
Fuck Ezel too, because this motherfucker saw opportunity to be more of a diddler.
Was he black?
I don't know. He got a black ass name, but I don't know. He might have been.
I thought he was Mexican.
He might. Yeah, I think he was a brown skinned descent.
He had
why
an
they didn't
ambiguous
mean
mustache.
anything.
Is that why they
That's
didn't give him no screen time?
Because he was brown?
Yeah, because he was only there for like 20 seconds.
Slim, they put Giovanni on the screen every episode.
Goddamn
Yeah,
right.
but we talking about this one. The Hispanic.
That was the thick
The
bitch
one that
with the
you
big
be
lips.
talking about, you refer to her as the one with the lips.
Giovanni was a cast member. She was telling her
Giovanni
story.
got 1 million views. Shout out Giovanni.
Giovanni was on a bunch of
1,000
shit,
of them
bro.
is from us.
Do y'all remember
Giovanni
her?
was on Bring It On.
She was on Zach and Cody. She joined that hoe. She was
What's she doing now?
She was on That's So Raven a couple times.
She a fucking content.
I think she's still doing shit.
Hold
on, what does that mean, Roots?
Yeah, go try, Pooh.
What?
I don't got enough money for
that.
Content creator, what content?
Shit don't even matter.
I don't know about that. I don't follow her on nothing.
You saying that bitch wouldn't like have sex with you because you don't have that much money?
First, I gotta find a bitch. So
that ain't what I asked you.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta fly the bitch out and shit.
Maybe she not that type of female, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
Maybe she'll just drive to you for free, bro.
Because I don't
what
know
if that bitch is in Dallas, Pooh? What about that?
If that bitch in Dallas, I'm shooting. I got a chance.
You pulling down on it?
This nigga's crazy, bro.
But if it's like, if she like in LA, I don't have a chance, bro.
What if she start talking to you about all her trauma that she experienced and all that? You still pulling?
Oh, that's fine with me. I've heard worse.
Shit is not fine with me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm past that stage.
Talking about.
You past listening?
Past that?
I can't do that. I used to do that shit. I can't do that shit no more. Yeah, nah.
What you do? Just tell them stop talking to you when they bring up traumatic experiences.
I don't talk about that type of shit no more.
It don't. What do you?
She makes some
when they bring it up.
Get the
what
fuck
do you
out
mean?
of here, yo.
Yeah, I don't have them type of conversations.
So when they bring it up, you just don't say shit.
If you talking about me? You smoking or some
you
shit?
Talking about me now?
Yeah, nigga.
I don't have those conversations. No, I don't.
So in the situation of you chilling, smoking with a bitch, or drinking with a bitch, or whatever, she get in her feelings.
Do none of those.
Talking about her childhood or some shit like that. What do?
I don't have those conversations, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like the conversations don't go that way.
It's like
you're asking
bring
me
that shit up. He just turned on a rape movie. That's like his go-to.
Wow,
this thing is crazy.
Do it wow. You do that or like they just leave.
Do it work?
Yeah,
I'm mad.
I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, yo, you sound like Dave. Because Dave said that about Luna. I'm mad at you, Luna.
First off, I don't know because I wasn't there. Second off, I don't think
that nigga said I'm mad at you, Roots.
Yeah, I don't think that's gay. Like being angry is hey,
come on, bro.
You mad at somebody?
I ain't saying it's gay, KTL, but it's real sassy. But I'm mad at you.
You could have said, Roos, you said some bullshit. What the fuck?
I did. I said it 3 times.
You can't say you mad at
it. You said you mad at Roos.
I know you. That's because you were over there talking to Puos about something that didn't matter for worth a fuck.
That's what you said. Did you not say you was mad at Roos?
Yeah, and then I said the other shit 3 times before that.
Well, you said this one after. What made you change?
Yeah, because you was. Yeah, I just told you why. You was over there talking to Puos.
What made you change your statement, KTL?
What being mad at somebody mean? Like that's something my bitches say.
What did he do to make you mad? What did he do?
See?
So this,
he ignored you.
Let me just go ahead and put this out here. Like this right here is why, like men, you know,
bro,
like y'all
what
be
did he
killing
do,
themselves.
bro?
Like, y'all gonna end up killing yourself, bro.
What are you talking about?
What did he do, KTL?
What are you talking about?
Like you might end up killing
That nigga's
yourself,
stupid.
bro. Like,
because we don't be mad at
can
other
you say
men.
what the fuck he did to you?
because you don't know how emotions work.
KTL
like, you
is
just
hurt
bottle
right
that
now.
shit up and drink.
He real hurt right now.
Okay.
Like,
He real hurt.
We don't know how emotions work because we don't hold
you know
any ill will
you don't
towards
recognize
another
what
man.
an emotion is.
Not even about ill will. It's just I choose a different way
You know what
to
I'm
express
saying?
my anger towards a nigga other than
KTL
I'm mad at him.
real hurt.
That boy Slim gonna kill himself, man.
I would never in my
Help,
life.
bro.
I literally
Please
had
call
a
the
discussion
number.
with.
I'm
with
too
Will.
cold to do some dumb
You
ass
said
shit.
I thought you said you too old. I said, what the fuck do you
I literally had
cold.
a conversation with the
Cold.
homie the other day about how I ain't feel like some shit that he did was right. I said I feel like that was some bullshit. I ain't tell him I was mad at him.
Who did that?
I'm mad at you.
Man,
Please call the number, bro. Please.
I'm mad.
I'm worried about y'all. Bro.
I'm so upset about what you did.
Right.
That what you did some.
Hold on,
That
let
was
me find
despicable.
What's the suicide hotline?
Why you got this nasty voice, Slim? How you know how to make the?
Hey, he do that shit real well, huh?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Call
Hey,
988.
fuck yeah. Yeah, where's the outro song, bro? It's
Y'all
time to
call
go.
988.
I'm good at
bro.
voices, fools, man.
Yeah,
You gotta-
man.
you used to make that voice in high school, didn't you?
988.
No.
Nigga Slim got
I used to do
his
dumb
t-shirt
shit in
tied
high
up
school,
and
but I
shit.
ain't made no voices.
Oh, you remember you said you used to tie your shirt up like Marlon
Hell
Wayne?
I
yeah,
never did all that shit like that.
Like Sean Wayne
You
used
was
to
doing
do?
that in Living Color shit.
Nigga, you said I used to tie my shirt up like you, and I never did that.
Like
You're
who?
crazy.
Who
You
said you?
used to
Me?
tie your shirt up like that?
Not you, me.
Not me.
Not me, you.
This nigga Push used to tie his shirt around his head like a bandana. What's wrong with you?
I ain't never did that.
That's that shit that nigga did in
Around your
the
head
longest
like a
yard.
helicopter. Yeah, it's time to go.
I get it.
It's
That's
time
Peter
to go,
Pablo.
bro.
I get it.
Shout out P. Pablo, man. Hey, I
All right,
remember
man.
like when I used to ride the bus pass from home, like home
I
from
don't think
school.
Go ahead.
A nigga was like a little gay dude. Like I looked out the window of the bus. That nigga was like waving his shirt around. I was like, man, what the fuck wrong with this nigga?
You got that pissed off?
Yeah. My partner sitting next to me was like, damn, bro, you got instantly pissed when you saw that nigga, bro.
Hey, Roos, the next day, Push told that nigga, I'm mad at you. I'm mad.
He went and found the nigga he seen on the street.
He pointed at him.
Nah, the nigga was
he pointed his
nigga was
finger at him.
school.
I'm mad at you.
Yeah, I don't do stuff like that, man. I never told no. I don't even tell bitches I'm mad at them. I don't tell nobody I'm mad at them.
And even still with a bitch, when you saying that shit to a bitch, you saying that shit so like you can get in their head or some shit like that. Like, I'll tell a bitch I'm mad at her, like just for her to get her to like talk or something. Like, what you mean? Like, I don't get some type of reaction to shit.
And what your response be after she said that?
I tell her some bullshit so she can apologize.
That nigga is married. That nigga ain't talking to no bitches.
I didn't want to say it, Puos, but I was thinking the same thing.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
niggas lying.
Married.
Yeah, Slim's out his mind.
There's nothing wrong with being married. This is fire. I'm trying to be married.
Slim said, "How dare you say my dog married?"
I didn't say that. Roos said something.
How dare? Like,
I don't know what he said, man.
Bro, we're at 2 hours and 10 minutes, bro.
I just got here.
We've been at 2 hours and 10 minutes.
988.
We was there a minute.
Hey, hold on. KTL still looking up this suicide hotline.
KTL,
I'm not
it's
looking up
okay.
anything. I found it.
It's okay,
Yeah, I found
KTL. Calm down.
What happened?
Calm down, bro. I'm
That nigga looking at
worried.
the suicide hotline,
worried.
bro.
We're your
Slim.
friends, KTL.
I'm worried,
No,
K-Slim.
don't do it.
I'm worried about you.
We're your friends.
I'm worried about you.
You have so many
That
things
bitch
to
for
live
friends.
for.
I'm worried
stuff
about you
together.
and my friend Puos. Fuck Roots. But I'm worried about y'all
Hey.
two.
All right.
How?
First he mad at me, then he say that.
That's why he said it, because he
Well,
mad
that's
at
why
you.
that's why.
Yeah, I don't know what that
That
meant.
nigga said,
Like,
fuck Roots. I don't want to talk about him.
jeez, Slim got his shirt tied up.
Hey,
in the
Dub
front
was
right
live,
now.
man. Y'all missed his live?
Man, can we get off this fucking
All right,
episode?
bro. Hey, look. There you go.
Nigga had 800. Man, I think we had like 3.
Comment, answer.
What the fuck is that?
Man, what the fuck? I don't know what the hell that is. I'm gonna just go back.
I don't know what it is either, but I played it.
What the fuck?
Started off kind of nasty as hell.
That shit sounded gross.
Yeah.
You heard some water or some shit?
I don't know what that was, bro.
Hey man, y'all keep getting this page lit, bro. Again, we appreciate the 1,000 views, the 1.1K views. We appreciate the motherfuckers that pull up and be in the comments and shit. We fuck with it, man. Discord community coming soon.
Hashtag don't do it KTL.
988. Pray for K Slim.
Don't do it.